What the what? Dang it. My laptop died, you guys. I didn't even notice it wasn't plugged in. I am so sorry. Okay. So I'm just going to continue. There's another link for pile 1 and part of pile 2. Okay. So I'm just going to catch us up. We're just talking about how there's these energies feeling like they're holding us back, feeling like we're making more sacrifice. We're really aligning to the higher frequency and vibration of what's at hand. So we just had the divine coming in, and we were talking about being open to love. Okay, this is our second shuffle about loving ourselves, knowing that we are always. I don't. I said I was starting with a work in progress, but what I mean is we're a masterpiece. And as I'm looking at this as the canvas of you, the paint is always drying. We're always going through different periods. For you, the alchemy is definitely coming in, okay? The alchemy is coming in. As the gold dribbles down, okay, it illuminates. I'm getting illuminescence. Wow, beautiful. It illuminates as it does, okay? So let's go ahead and see. We're kind of really settling into the energies of the nature of stepping into our power, because we were getting that we're giving our power away, okay? How can we let go and enjoy? How can we continue to traverse in this way through the tower, okay? So it's like, here's the energies around you, and it's like as you climb through to the top, okay, these energies don't really touch you as much except here in your mind. How can we not give our power away to feed that? How can we let it unravel? Okay? And this is double. How can we not only let go, but how can we be open and allow new energies to come in? Okay? So this is definitely really speaking about, especially these energies that are holding us into these emotions, this vice grip that we feel like we're in. I'm getting that vice grip because that crocodile energy, okay, is really speaking to me on how they lockjaw and take their prey down into the emotions and making you feel stuck. All right. Be patient. We're talking about alchemy. And as we see the arrows here, do you see the difference? Do you see how you can be? What I mean here is you have a choice. You can fall into the emotions. You can fall into the portal of the emotions and look at it falls short. Or you can fall into the pink. You can allow the gray, the integration of the black and the white. Allow the shades of gray, really sinking into that unconditional love for yourself, really putting you in this, and ending this dark night. Some of you are in this dark night. This is where these energies, this is where these energies have really catapulted. You're in this dark night, okay, which really has to do about a healing to your feminine energy. But for you guys, it's really interesting because it's coming really all about understanding, connecting the energies within you. Okay? So be patient. Give yourself some time to learn. See with the golden eyes, okay? Instead of the yellow. See with the eyes of alchemy rather than the eyes of what you have feared about what you have been through before. How can we be like the bullfrog and come out of the emotions and come on to land? Okay? So let's go ahead and see what the divine says. Be of service. I literally love this advice because one of the best ways to really trick your mind and to move beyond the emotions, move beyond what you're feeling, is to step into service. And you can do this by volunteering. I love Brendan Burchard. Before I came into the spiritual space, I was really loving the self development space. I've been an entrepreneur. I've owned my own business for 20 plus years. And so I really love that and that really kind of brought me into the spiritual space. And one of the things that I really loved about Brendan Burchard, really, he is so amazing. So if you need some inspiration, you can follow him. He's got some really great books. And he shows up. Talk about service. Man, this guy shows up. And one of the things he talks about is, if you're feeling in those emotions, you can't get beyond what's in front of you, go volunteer. Give yourself perspective. You want to see what others are going through. You really want to put things in perspective. I've been feeling, and this is coming up, and I'm just going to own it, and I'm going to be really honest, is I am like feeling pretty financially strapped. Many of you heard that we had this theft come in to our business. We expanded. It's slow. I'm still maneuvering what I'm doing. We're really having this like strap to our finances. Okay. But I'm going to keep my chin up. Okay. I'm not going to go through the things that feel scary, the things of what were. I'm going to allow my heart to expand, keep my eyes on the alchemy. And instead of focusing on like, why again? Because this has been something, it's more about things are falling apart so that they can be built up strong. Okay, this is definitely connected to pile number one. I feel so many connections between pile number 1 and 2. So make sure you check out the link to check that out. Okay, because this is part 2 because my laptop died. Okay, so we've got one part of the divine, and it's so simple. How can we volunteer? How can we step into service? And are you ready? How can we say no? What I mean is, how can we say no to these energies? How can we say no to the things that make us feel stuck? If you are in an energy that's making you feel stuck, you've got to say no to it because all you're doing is perpetuating and limiting yourself. Okay. You want to make sure that you know diamonds in the rough. Okay. Another connection to pile number 1 is that your window is you get a choice of your view, you get to choose your perspective. So if you only see from the emotions, if you only see where you are, where you've been, what you're familiar with. This, in many ways, has become a comfort zone. You've gotten used to being in these emotions. Okay. How can we say no to that? How can we, in your case, change the perspective to have unconditional love, to move out of the will instead of making it happen, to opening and allowing yourself to come to a higher perspective from the will up into the high heart? Okay, how can we move our seat of action from will, from things that we feel we have to do? How can we say no and rise into the higher heart, have unconditional love for ourselves, and truly receive what is for us? This is the energy I'm feeling. This is the energy that's taking us and crossing us over. How can we say no to energies that make you feel like this? Okay? Like what we've been talking about. And I feel so bad because I lost my girls. Love you guys. Okay. I know we were just really hanging out. You will find this. Let me know it resonates. Okay. So this is what we're doing. We're crossing over into that second wheel. We're getting movement. We're getting out of this muck. By what? By saying no. And I feel that because it's only one card, I definitely want to share a little wisdom from this, because what I love about this particular oracle, what I don't love is it doesn't have, okay, number 15. So look at that. How can we be one with the shift? Okay. And then for some of you, it's going to be a double shift. Okay. So how can we be one with like the shift? How can we shift into those higher gears and be able to move? Look at this. The thoroughbred is the racehorse. How can we shift in and get out of first and second gear? Okay. The lower frequencies, how can we shift into the higher gears to really find the pace, and not only that, the best energy for the car. Okay, this is what's coming through. Look at that. 10 0 0 0 0. Yes. How can we allow the shifts to propel us forward? Okay, to propel us forward. So let's go ahead and see, because I know that there's more to this oracle than just these simple phrasings, and I think it's important to bring this up. So here we go. Ready? Are you seeking respect or waiting for some form of acknowledgement that is not forthcoming? Are you allowing yourself to be pushed past your limits? It's time to resume authority over your life as a divine being. This comes with setting clear limitations and learning to say no when appropriate. Difficulties will be greatly alleviated by comfortably setting your limits. Your divine energy is calling you to become the true authority of your life by establishing clear, healthy boundaries. It's up to you to know what does and does not work for you and respect this. Know your limits, express them before they are bypassed. You must communicate these limits in a calm but clear, loving way. It's also important to avoid the notion that more spiritual, quote unquote, to say yes to the requests of others at your own expense. Oh, no, no. That's what we're learning here, to not give your power away. Okay? To find the alchemy, to create the structure for yourself in the center. See the clarity in the center? Okay? But allowing the energies to shift around you and you choosing what you want to entertain. Okay. If you can lovingly accommodate others, go ahead. But if saying yes to another means harming yourself, you must not. There are times when saying no serves best, however difficult it may feel to express and uphold. Here's a divine invitation. Respect your limits and communicate them in a loving, consistent way. Be willing to speak up to others and establish limits when necessary. Be unpopular if you must in order to maintain your soul's integrity. Learning to say no takes practice, and you'll fumble sometimes. To begin, ask yourself, saying no serves you presently, then respect this. Okay, now I was sharing a little bit about my husband and my situation, and we own a food truck business, so I have been kicking in and helping him a lot, and I have to tell you, I love it. We've been doing it for 7 years. He needs it. He still does. But in a lot of ways, working with him and putting my energy into that, I was kind of giving my power away in order to be in my spiritual zone, because I receive so much. I really have been taking myself away from what works best for my energy. So this is just my perspective, okay, of how you can see the higher vibrations here. And so I really had a moment of truth where I came to my husband and I said, "Honey, I love you and I've been there and I've helped you, but you got this. It's time for me to really swim in my own pond." Okay? It's time for me to leave my current pond and to go on land and to manifest what I'm meant to bring in, to root in what's for me. And so I was feeling very sacrificed, and that was a really big light bulb moment that allowed it to turn. Now, does it mean that I'm not still willing to help with the integration? Of course. But I've got to remember to not allow myself to fall back into that. Okay, because the greater good for our family is for me to develop my business and him to develop his. By me focusing all of our energies in a one pot, it's really kind of brought for us, the crocodile energy for us has been this like vice grip in our finances. Okay, so this is just one example. There's countless examples. Okay. All right, so we're going to get the wheel turning. Let's go ahead and see. The angels have some prayers for you, okay? They really want you to embrace this oneness. How can we see things from the perspective of oneness? Meaning that when we say no, when I say no to being in that position for my husband, I allow myself to say yes to a different perspective. Okay? So it's not that I'm saying no to him, I'm just saying yes to something that is within me, but overall, it helps both of us. Is this making sense? Okay? So the angels want to tell you this is the healing that you've been looking for. This is the key to this alchemy. Okay? This is and this is reminding me of that going through that Eiffel Tower for you, this gold energy. We've got Archangel Raphael, and see what it does is it expands your vision. Okay? And we were telling you that this is for you a pineal sacral. So I love this because we're seeing the serpent energy is rising. I mean, look where he's holding it, right in the sacral. We're going through, we're having this spark, okay? We're having this spark, and then it allows us to have this expansion. Look at the sunflower here again. I'm getting this so much with you guys. And this is actually this purple, this clarity from the cleansing of that sunstone. So if you have sunstone, I really want to encourage you to grid that. And what's on the opposite is the spiritual gifting. So this is the alchemy that's coming forward, okay? Is the spiritual abundance. As you claim your power back and don't give your power away, you step into your power, okay? It's hand in hand. And it's all about that unconditional love. This is a reminder that it's all about the unconditional love for you. In fact, this is on the bottom of your pile, okay, because we were just doing one shuffle. And so Mary wants to come forward, the unconditional love, the Divine Mother. Thank you, Divine Mother, for helping me give and receive the love that I deserve. Now, when we read that breakout card of the bear, which didn't fall into your reading, but we were feeling that energy, because we were talking about the dragon. We're talking about the dragon stepping into the castle, right? The moat, not allowing the motions to put out the flame, right? Allowing the flame. This is like really coming together so beautiful. And we were told prayer. So how can you fall into prayer? And prayer is not just words, okay? It's actually prayer is this giving over, this ability to give, okay? To release, to allow yourself to know that you can accept from the universe, okay? And I really want to point out this star power here and really look at what's going on in this well of dreams. There is so much going on here, okay? I really do feel this connection to pile number one. Again, this is doubly coming in. We were talking about this crown activation, which is crystallizing that well of dreams. This is that star power. This is related to your ancestry, but we're trying to focus on with you. So how can we say no to the energies really kind of latching on and giving the power? How can we release that and allow ourselves to just be, to just be. Don't worry about the energies. Don't worry about what things look like, because the change, the catalyst is an inside job. And that's what we're doing. We're moving. These are wheels. We're getting movement to allow ourselves to put on glasses so that we can have more clarity. Okay, so this movement is going to enhance your intuition. This movement is going to enhance your gifting. All right, so let's see what the angels say. They have 3 prayers for us to really get that wheel moving. Okay, so first of all, in the first position is from the north. So from the air, from your angels and guides, look at the synchronicities. They're bringing in the synchronicities. They're bringing in the numbers. They're bringing in, even just some of the animals I've talked about resonate with you. There's synchronicities coming in all shapes, forms, and sizes, okay, which I love that. Okay, first one for you. Ready? 1919. Literally just like it resonated. Okay, so start there with angel number 1919. I love to get my angel numbers from Sacred Scribes. because they have multiple choices and you can just go with the one that resonates, okay? Or sometimes when you go there, depending on your intuition, it's like some for some people they see like it highlights, okay, and that's what's for you. So there's some synchronicity. In fact, that's going to be a synchronicity for one of you out there. Oh my God, please let me know. Okay. So when you look at something, it's going to be highlighted, and that's how you know it's for you. Wow. Beautiful. Okay. So that's the prayer, first prayer. Now, from the earth realm, okay? So this is from your angels and guides from the earth realm. Spiritual gifts coming in. We've got Archangel Raziel here to teach you about spiritual gifting. Double confirmation. We saw that we have being held before you is spiritual abundance, okay? It's being held right in front of you. And now Archangel Raziel wants to be the teacher. He wants to teach you how to use some of these new gifts that are coming in. This is going to help with that clarity, okay? So really staying heart-centered. Some of you literally could have healing energy starting to move through your hands. Like some of this could really be coming in, okay? But what I'm feeling here is this expansion in your connection, okay? I'm feeling expansion and connection. For some of you, this is an alignment to archangel energies, which are really just coming forward to teach you about your spiritual gifts so that you can step forward and teach others, okay? 2120. So it's like, can we get into balance? Can we root in this information of the one? And can we get on your mission? This is what's really coming forward. Okay. The movement, the energy wants to shift here for you. It's time for you to have a different experience. Now, coming from those emotions, because we learn from all. So Notice I learned something recently that if we only let go of lower vibrations, lower frequencies, okay, sometimes we're meant to learn from those. So instead, how can we release all energies that are not aligned with my highest path? Okay, how can we find the words? How can we not be attached in our collaboration with our angels and guides? Okay. Look at this. Trustworthy friends are going to give you a lift out of those emotions. Trustworthy friends like myself. Okay. Why am I saying this? Because I'm seeing the moon here and I'm getting a message, especially for if you chose pile number one. Okay. The number 12 has been coming in here for you. I'm feeling it. I was seeing it. I'm feeling it. And it's like, how can you get a lift up? And how can you work with the higher perspectives? The flowers want to come in. I feel the flowers. I feel the collaboration with the crystals, the answer to your prayers to allow you to focus your energies in a positive way. Having unconditional love, seeing things differently, taking a leap of faith, knowing that you are protected. Wow. I'm really feeling these energies here, my friend. Okay. So this is what's showing up in those emotions. How can we get a lift out of those emotions? I was telling you to check out the amethyst and rose meditation. How can that lift you out of these emotions of this past full moon? Okay, especially if you've had moon shock. How can how can I uplift you? How can I lift you up by my action? You see, my masculine energy take action with the moon necklace. And how can this, do you see? What are you receiving? And are you honoring yourself? Okay, because it's like sometimes we're like, oh man, there's a price tag. Oh man, her class. But what you're not seeing is that's an investment of your energy. How can you say to no to things that sink you and say yes to things that allow you, look at high ho silver, allow you to become the conduit, allow you to magnetize and pull the energies toward you. Okay? So we've got one more activation at hand for you. And that's really kind of going over this now. Okay. So I just want to show you one more time. We've got these wheels moving. Okay. We're crossed over with that saying no. We've got the angel prayers reinforcing. And now it's like, in a way, we're going to go full circle so that we can finish. And then the process starts again to get the movement. Okay. So this is the activation at hand for you. We're going to shuffle in twice. This is really going to allow you to feel more safe, grounded, connected. Look at this. The karmic board clearing. Look at all those hands. You have all these energies around you, and there's a huge clearing. And I feel that. Okay? This is what leads to this expansion. Allow when you step into a collaboration to get a lift up, maybe it's something between you and myself. Really see what resonates. Okay, how can you say no to other things and say yes to something that is for you, to allow you to harness and step into your power, to feel. Look at this golden energy. I mean, I just love it. I really do. It feels very Atlantean. And look at the dandelions. Okay, right away. Huge message. Sun, moon, and stars necklace. That is what's represented in all parts of the dandelion. Wow. Okay. And the dandelion absolutely is part of the camberand. Okay. So that's a masculine structure. Um, but you might want to keep on the lookout for what's coming out. That is really awesome. Okay. But notice it starts with the moon necklace. That was a connection I had in pile number 1. Sun, moon, and stars necklace. Some of these attunements are only going to be given. I gave the moon necklace at the last retreat. I'm still working with the guidance, but I feel I'm going to have an opportunity for that sun necklace at the next immersive. Okay. So if you can join us in Utah in April, it's going to be like life changing. Okay. So we've got this clearing going on. So let's go ahead and see what else. This clearing is leading to a Gaia activation. Okay. And that's where we're going to really kind of step into service with Mother Earth. I feel that you have a very strong connection. And that's where the angels came forward. You have a very strong connection to the divine. But what's coming in to really bring you into balance is your connection to the earth. Okay. That's why I feel these animals here. I feel the lift up. There's an expansion in your spiritual gifts. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what is this all about for you. Okay. One activation for you. Halls of Learning at the bottom. Spirit guides, confirmation, great lessons. Okay, I'm really feeling a connection between these energies, my friend. Archangel Raziel, is he a new guide for you? I do feel an Archangel energy is a new guide for you. I don't know if you've worked with them before, but they want to teach you steps. They want to show you the steps of some of your purpose. Okay. So like for me, it's the steps on how I give an attunement, and it continues to evolve. Okay. So now I'm learning to really go within. I've learned a lot about how I feel and how I see. I'm just bringing my perspective. It's not about me. It's just my story so that you can connect it to yours. Okay. All right. Which I have to tell you, of course, I've been through all these attunements. And so these expansions have come from that. I've attuned to those vibrations and frequencies. And so now I bring new frequencies and new experiences to me. But we need to learn about these halls, about this alchemy. We need to understand the process. Okay? This is very interesting. I have the Anunnaki here, and I want to settle into this activation because I feel like it's important to tune into these energies. And so I want to see how this resonates because A lot of what we know about the Anunnaki, my friends, is based on what others have presented. It's like telephone. And I'm just going to be honest, what I'm feeling as I'm settling into these energies is that this is the very thing that is siphoning your power. So if we're having an activation, it's that we're getting out of the influences of the Anunnaki, out of the structure which holds us in the vice grip, okay? Which holds us in this vice grip and allows it makes us feel like we're not worthy. And what I want to tell you, and this is going to be maybe a little combative, I can only share what comes in, what I'm tuning into, and what I receive is that these energies are exactly what tried to make you feel stuck. These energies are exactly what wanted you to feel like you're part of the flock. Okay, at the center point here is this lamb, and this lamb was meant to be sacrificed. You see, there's this connection between the lamb and the buffalo, and this is what's being misconstrued within you. And this is because it's been reinforced, and this feels wow, I'm just really feeling these energies wanting to grab onto your heart chakra, really want you to fall into this sacrifice because, no offense, my friends, but it's easier to control different parts, different aspects of our world is if you just see yourself as part of the flock. Okay. And as I take a look at this card, that's the center point of what I'm reading here, but it's the ram. It's to ram through. And when I say this, it's you, the movement to break through of this exact, I'm hearing hypocrisy. Hypocrisy. I don't even know what that means. Please look that up and let me know. This hypocrisy, what we have accepted to be our truth. I'm hearing it's bullshit. Wow. Bullfrog bullshit. I'm hearing the game bullshit. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I did an oracle on that. That's coming up. I'm literally hearing Matthew McConaughey, hey, and he is saying bullshit. And this is really an expansion. Are you going to be able to notice the bullshit? I think so. You have an expansion into your discernment, energetic shift, new information, an end of the cycle. As I mentioned this, look at that. Look at the moth. I'm seeing the moth. I'm getting a message. I feel there's a moth here. And the moth just is drawn to the light, drawn to the light, drawn to the light, electrocuted. Okay? This is all about you can go your own way. Go your own way. Really sink into the energy is what we're doing here has so much purpose. How can you go within and see what you perceive? Don't worry about what others say. Don't worry about what was, what is. It's like it's all come from different vantage points. But at the same point in time, are these based on foundations that are in structure or that are in flux? Okay? Are they based on structures that are of fear, doomed to fail? Or are they based on unconditional love, saying no and doing what is best for ourselves, best for ourselves and the best for the all? So gorgeous. This is what's replacing. Okay? This is how we know how to say no. I hope that this has provided so much. How can we not be fragmented? Okay, because I'm seeing like a moth here in stained glass. How can we not be fragmented? Is that we can really pull ourselves together and really hone in on what's best for us. And I really feel with this energy, I really feel a Pegasus energy here. Okay. We started this reading with the cosmic egg, with the snake around the egg. Now, as I'm speaking about Pegasus, Pegasus came from, and this is so interesting because I was getting some Atlantean vibes here. I feel like there are some people on the Atlantean timeline that are getting a second chance, and it's like you don't want to go down the same pathway of what was, of what you've been convinced of. How can you just go your own way and go within and traverse through, not based on what's around you, based on what's right here? Being loyal to yourself, okay? Not giving any, we don't need to describe every little thing. We don't need to carve it all out. We can find our own way through. This is really coming up for you, my friends. Really. Let me know it comes to that. I'm feeling so much power for you. Okay. We have a license plate. License plate coming in. Interesting. Okay, there's a note here. Interesting that I found out that 95%. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hold on. Jumping all over. Medusa, by the way. Medusa, who was created into this ugly, she would stone people, because her wounding from Athena, because she was wounded, persecuted, like, why me, victimized, and it turned her into something ugly. It kept her in those emotions. It kept others, at bay from her, right? But when her head was cut off by Pegasus, in the movie, like think of Clash of Titans, this is just like the story of the gods. When her head was cut off, that is where Pegasus came out. So this is really the energy I'm feeling throughout all of your reading. And Pegasus is a horse in itself with wings to see things from a higher perspective, but also to ride above the emotions. Very interesting. I'm feeling a connection to pile number 4. Maybe I'm kind of already going to go ahead and make a prediction that I'm going to see Pegasus come out in pile number 4. Wow. Here we go. Interesting that 95% of all male thoroughbreds are related to the Darley Arabian, which is the Arabian horse, which is a connection to pile number 1, who owes its existence to its great great grandson. And do you know what that great great grandson's name is, my friends? The name was Eclipse. Okay, so we got um, eclipse energies, Libra energy relating to the eclipse. I think that one of the eclipses is in Libra. This is really highlighting about some sort of manifestation of these energies in that eclipse energy. Okay, eclipses are like a save. So if you can work through these emotions, okay, work through these emotions and, work through these emotions and activate your Earth Star chakra. Whoa. Okay. During the eclipse energies, you can like save, go within and see what resonates, but you can like save so that you don't have to redo this work next time. Okay. It's kind of like a save on a game. Wow. Love it. Okay. Then how can we allow this movement? How can we put these goggles on? How can we have movement? Okay. And from there I'm getting Harry Potter energy. I'm also getting from the Beatles, what's his face? Oh my gosh. John Lennon energies. Okay. So it's like we can traverse into many things, but both of them are leaders. And I feel like this is what's being prepped to you. Yeah, leaders. You're you're made for racing. You're meant to lead the pack. Okay? You're on the new frontier. Her eyes on. And I feel like you're going to have other eyes on you. Okay? And when people learn that it's not about the competition, but it's all about how we can use our energy most effectively, I feel like your journey is going to help others to understand the same message that we are actually speaking to you. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I will say this year with this dragon energy, and that whenever you see this, especially this year, it's really highlighting your divine spark. Okay, it's really highlighting it in a very magical way. Okay, because that's an expansion for you. All right, so we're going to go ahead and head into pile number 3, the Appaloosa. So in pile number 2, we talked about the Lone Ranger, but remember the Lone Ranger is not alone. He had a partner who happened to be an Indian who rode an Appaloosa horse. So there is a connection between those two piles. And we also are getting a lot of shamanic energy here. I was sharing one of the most, oh, shoot. I forgot to share the plate with pile number 2. Dang it. All right, I'm going to share it here just in case it's for you. Plate number 2 was a Kia Soul, and what the plate said was CW28699. Like, Michelle, how do these talk to you? You guys, it is so interesting because I literally get a message. Like, I literally get a legit message as soon as I see them. Okay, and this has been going on for a couple months. And so this is the one for you. Now I have a little note here. Look at this. Okay, I'm really feeling serious energies here. Okay, so I'm talking about you being from Cirrus, some sort of energy there. You'll have to let me know. Okay, because it's not just a dog. It's not just a dog, it's an adventure. Okay, this energy is coming forward for you. These are the keys to your soul, is what I'm hearing here. And what I got here was Christ wisdom. Christ wisdom. And with that 28, okay, with all of these numbers together and the Christ wisdom, it turned into balance your individuality and to really traverse through challenge 44. 28699 actually ended up being 44. Okay, so this is letting us know balance, step into your individuality, step into your power, and allow your imagination. Okay, um, you're really being called to step forward, pile number 2. Okay, now look at that 23. This could be coming up with purpose if you connected to both piles. Okay, I feel like they are going to go in tandem. I was just about to show you, you have one of the most unique structures I've ever seen. I am telling you right away that I am for sure getting a connection about a sacred heart healing for you. Let's go into the energies and let's see what we got. Lots of channeled messages for you. This particular host, I'm getting connections. If you're connected to pile number 1, it's all about renewal and it's all about the pearl, which will allow you to journey with others. Okay? That's spot on for some of you. Interesting, because the Appaloosa have a spotted coat pattern. There is also a connection to pile number 2, which is all about really stepping into this individuality. Okay, it's meant to kind of impact humanity in lots of ways. That's kind of related to that Tune Squad. And I just saw 44:33 on the clock. So, are you resonating with being on the ascended master path? What's being highlighted here in pile number 3 is a root chakra higher heart activation. You've been going through the dark night, my friends. It's time to really, this is that spotter code pattern, okay? And spots are unique, but I heard ink blot causing some mental, when I'm getting like ink blots, when they show them, I'm getting in the mental body specifically. So we talked, pile number 2 is about emotional mastery. Pile number 1 and 2 kind of talk about that emotional mastery. Pile number 3, we're kind of stepping into this mental mastery. Okay. But what's keeping it is that there's some night blind. Night blindness is very common. So you're more apt to work during the day, getting up earlier, okay? You have things coming through your mental body, through your dreams. You have things. So how can you wake up a little earlier and journal right away? How can you do a brain dump? How can, because it's mental. Don't keep it in the mind. Use the pen and bring it into the earth by writing it down. Okay. So I heard night blindness is common. I heard ink spots. With that ink spots, I was getting this octopus energy. This really refers to a serpent energy, which is the Hydra. Okay. This is really related to what the Sacred Heart healing is. Okay. What I mean is there are parts within you or related to your ancestry, open portals, if you will, and there's energy pouring in and it's really causing. Okay. So some of the things that you'll feel anxious. Okay. I'm actually in your energy right now. So you feel anxious. It feels like a vice grip around your throat. That's literally what I'm feeling. You could tell the change in my voice when I came into your energy. Okay. So it's like, and this so resonates what I'm trying to tell you because the Sacred Heart healing has a lot to do with your higher heart chakra, your throat chakra, and your pineal gland. However, it resonates in your throat chakra, your solar plexus, and your sacral chakra. So this is like an overhaul. You don't even realize you're so tough, first of all. You are so tough. Don't be so tough that you don't answer the call to this healing that's calling out for you. If you are getting prompted, contact me immediately so we can take care of this for you. And at 3 to 4 days, you will be so surprised at how different you will feel. Okay. Um, Now, there's some core characteristics that really are kind of bringing this energy. We're kind of fine tuning. There's this mottled skin, these spots, okay? Striped hooves, okay? So we have these stripes. It's really telling me like you guys are like super incredible warriors, okay? But because of this warrior spirit, you've had some experiences on other timelines that were really traumatic, and there's pieces of you that are kind of left there, and that's what leaves that portal open. These are dark emotions, okay? These pull darkness to you. Like, this is what causes the vice grip. This is what causes the overthinking, okay? The heart pounding. But I'm hearing that you're so reliable, you're so family oriented, you're so smart, you're so clever. So don't get twisted in these thoughts. Don't write them off. If this resonates, do the Sacred Heart healing. Just go to angelinsight.net. Let me know. I've had a couple group ones. Don't let that hold you back. Just get it and we'll set it up. Okay. And it's a good thing you're a warrior because this is like, it's a tough thing to go through, but it's tougher to keep these energies. They're splitting your energy and not allowing you to step into your power. This is what's going on. Now, with you, I came across 2 license plates. And in fact, you're the only one that has 4 Oracle. Okay, so there's something really special about you. Of course, you're all special, but the license plate I came across with a horse on it, my friends. Okay, literally, it was in this description of Appaloosa was 88888, which is a 40. Literally, Spirit is bringing in this new structure for you. Literally, Spirit is saying to you, get the Sacred Heart healing. It will revolutionize your life. Okay? All right. Now, a song came in for you, and it was, Here I Am, Rocking Like a Hurricane. In the description box, there is an oracle about being in the eye of the storm. It's an illuminated scorpion. This oracle came up very specific for you because I kept hearing that you're in your head. It's time to have alchemy and movement. Alchemy and movement coming in 2 times in your reading, okay? To create a slingshot. Now, unlike other license plates, I'm going to go ahead and do your license plate, which I know, isn't that crazy that we're doing license plates, but they're like literally coming in for you? Okay, let me just find yours. Here it is. I think this is so synchronistic. Now I have to tell you, these license plates came in days. I didn't even know what they were going to be. I just really want you to look at this, okay? And I'm going to describe. I know the plate is backwards. First of all, do you see the emblem? Do you see the 3 shields? Okay? This is talking about that separation in the heart chakra, the sacred heart. Okay? Over here, we have the word enclave. Okay? This is a Buick enclave. Okay? And I'm mentioning that because I heard enclave. An enclave, I was told to look up. It means separate space within a larger space, divided. Okay? With that license plate DG52063, I literally heard dog. I was getting serious energies and to be loyal to yourself. 52063. Shift, collaborate, integrate, and balance leads to authentic clarity. Be one with this integration to release the magic. Okay, let's get into it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and be doing this with you, pile number 3. We have the energies of the crystals coming forward, which I just love because I'm a crystal girl. All right, so we have the crystals coming forward. Oh, we have the earth magic, the crystals, and I feel like this earth. Okay, yeah. Let me grab the earth magic. Okay, so let's go. We got the earth magic. And what's really interesting is we had the earth magic come through in pile number 1, and it was a 2x2. And now we have it coming in pile number 3 as a 3x3. So this is where I feel the Ascended Master Path is congruent between the 2 readings. Okay, that's very interesting. So let's keep going and look what we grab here. This is exactly the card that fell out in pile number 1. So rebirth process is the very first thing, letting us kind of narrow into these energies. Okay, 3 shuffles. This is all about your sacral. Look at this. The crystals. We have the crystals coming up. Let's just look at what's on bottom. The Nautilus, okay, which is like being in a submarine to lead you to your abundance step by step. So look at this. You're the only pile with the crystals. All right. So the crystals will help you to receive the focus, to allow you to have the vibration and the frequency to really transmute and go through. Interesting. This is really a lot of powerful cards coming up connected to pile number 1 to really allow you to get through the veiled fog and really to have focus. Wow. This is so crazy because it's a higher heart root chakra activation. And so it's really kind of saying that you're being being unrooted and not rising out of that will is what's keeping that fog. So allowing yourself to step in that unconditional love and rise into that higher heart, really feeling safe and connected, really rooting yourself in, which is what this whole oracle is all about, is really going to open up and give you some clarity. But it's these energies that are holding on to you, okay? Literally. They're literally holding on to you and trying to pull you under, okay? Have you ever seen like a picture of like this colossal, like huge, gigantic um, octopus trying to take a ship down? Yeah, that's what this energy is literally trying to do with you. Okay. How can we, here we go. How can this, it's so funny. We've seen 3 different equinoxes now. Okay. But this is all about stepping into your abundance. This is what we're getting here. 88888. Fall starts in the 8th month. Okay. And what I feel is a whole bunch of blessings. I feel like it's your harvest time. And after we can get you through this energy. I'm literally seeing him in my mind's eye. Okay. And some of this is just related to your ancestry in a way, because this is like, think of the wars just that we're aware of on this timeline. Okay. And what that does, I want you to think, because I think we all can connect to somebody that we know that's in the military. And how can we connect and see what being in the military? Okay, I'm not saying it's wrong. I say thank you for your service. But for us on the outside, for me as a civilian to think that being in the service doesn't change who you are in one way or form, and some people in so many ways. That's why we see so much PTSD, wounded warrior. Okay, this is the energy. It's time to release it. It's time to catch our breath. It's time to allow a new energy to come in. Okay, it's time for the leaves to fall. It's time for us to get in focus. I just felt this like right here, just like this opening. Okay, it's time for us to be able to focus, and not just with clarity. Okay, with serenity. I'm hearing with serenity. Wow, that is a much higher vibration. Okay, much higher. This is going to be on bottom for you. It's all about the shape shifting, the clouds. It's about shifting the clouds. Okay, and as we see that with the clouds come the storms. Okay, and this is what I'm feeling here with this energy. It's like a vortex around you. It's like a hurricane. It's like this. So I'm just going through many different ways to explain this energy. Okay. And it like starts here. It starts right here. And it just twists all above, and it keeps everything above in your higher chakras. It keeps you congested. It keeps you tight. It resonates in so many physical ways. Headaches, okay, especially here across the brow. Many of you get palpitations in your temples. Okay, how else? How else, spirit? Ugh. On the bridge of your nose. Okay, there are these pain points. I'm feeling them. They literally feel like pain. I am feeling your pain. I am feeling your sore throat. I'm feeling the tightness. Okay, these are all energies to know that you are in the right place. Okay, I'm not just trying to sell you something. That's not what this is. I am trying to tell you that Spirit has taught me how to do a sacred heart healing so that you could traverse through, so that you can unleash the Kraken, unleash the Kraken, and allow it from keep pulling you under. Okay? If you're feeling me, angelinsight.net, sacred healing, contact me. Okay? Meanwhile, keep yourself grounded. Wow. Let's look at this. How can we bring this into balance? The forest is coming up. How can we catch our breath? How can we feel the expansion? Okay. Because what's happening with these energies, it's allowing yourself to come out of that will. Which you're ready. You're ready to put that sword down. You're warriors, but you're understanding the more you fight, the worse it gets. And this is the nature of the beast. How can we get our breath? Now, when I'm seeing these colors here, I just want to tell you, I'm immediately resonating with what is called the, gosh, it's like I know what it is. I'm thinking of this plant, okay, which has been, the ring of fire. Yes, this is what I'm feeling, okay? The ring of fire. And I really feel that you would benefit for coming to our Pillar of the Earth, New Earth immersion. We actually literally put ourselves into the ring of fire energies. Literally, where we're going is where the last total solar eclipse went through Utah. We're literally in those energies that are now melting and coming down from the snow from the mountains. Okay, this is why this is such a huge thing. And just being there will expand your breath. It's like we've channeled that it's literally like being in a salt bath by coming to this immersion, and you can catch your breath. Okay. Wow. But it's really this energy of this color. It's this yellow green color. Okay. So if we think about the yellow green color, okay, if we think of the solar plexus and we think of the solar plexus is yellow, okay, I know this because I'm an energy healer and I see chakras, so it's yellow for the solar plexus, green for the heart, but it's the in between, which is the diaphragm, the breath. Are you a shallow breather? Ooh, I've got goosebumps actually. Okay. So it's like you're ready to release. And that's literally what it says. You're ready for the goosebumps to release these energies because they're being stuck and they're being held in your breath, which is manifesting in your mental body. Wow. So how can you allow me to perform this ceremony? I can't get beyond it. I really can't. I just feel it so much. Okay. So let's follow. So here we have at the center is our breath. Okay, we're building this beautiful heart chakra. We're seeing a coil come up and we're going to climb up on the coil and slingshot into a new beginning for that heart chakra. This is what this is talking about. So what we're focused on first is the breath. Then next is a ceremony. Okay. I'm seeing it as a sacral heart healing. Okay. But something else may come through for you. For some of you, it might be the rosary class, the moon necklace. For some of you, it's your own divine thing that you're walking through. Okay. But I'm feeling it so much that there's this invitation to walk through the steps of sacred ceremony, to see the sacredness. Okay. And this is what will allow you the pearl to journey with others for some of you. For some of you. This will also allow, any of these things will allow you to fine tune and step into your individuality. So even though I'm talking about these classes, I'm talking about these healings, I'm talking about this ceremony, they all come forward to propel you, slingshot you into exactly where you're meant to be at this moment. If you so choose to be loyal to yourself. Okay? And this is like, I am in your energy. I am feeling and seeing what you're dealing with. And how do I know? Because I was dealing with it too. That's the only way that you can even step into a healing is when you're experiencing it. Okay. Number 3, we're getting all the way down to it. We're going down into that root chakra. and we're allowing the unfoldment to rise from the muck, to rise through the center, through your channel. Okay, this is just like really coming up. This is exactly what we're seeing. This is exactly what I'm showing you here. Okay, but it's being blocked by this energy in your higher chakras, in this, it's this mental stuck in your mental body, and it's because this is the warrior wound, the wounded warrior. Okay, Chiron in a lot of ways. Okay, and so this is what's blocking the rise into those higher chakras. And so it's like you can go round and round and round. And this is all, and I'm hearing this is only half. Okay, this is only half of what's going on, but this is how it's resonating on this timeline. This is how it's executing in this moment. Okay. Hey, what's up? I have you to myself. You sure do. My laptop uh, came unplugged and I lost everybody else. But they'll all come back. I'm happy you're here. Welcome. Okay. So let's go ahead and see how the crystals want to come in and really create a lot of movement. Okay. They want to create a lot of movement. We get a 4x4. We're in our pickup truck. We've got the tires. We've got the gears. We've got the overdrive. Okay. You with me? This is the energy. And it's much like what we saw here, the Nautilus, which reminds me of a submarine. Okay. Because the Nautilus, think of that, is literally the name of the submarine by Jacques Cousteau, to go into the depths. Okay, to go into the depths. And in a lot of ways, these crystals, if you should call to do some work with me, whatever we've been mentioned, it's like that's how we journey together. The crystals and the plants come together to allow us to journey. And it's like being in a submarine, to see the perspective, to recode and to heal those portals. Okay. Wow. I'm really feeling this energy here. Okay. And it kind of itches. And this is like that wound. Okay. It's like we focus on the wound and it keeps us. This is like that lion, the lion in the wound. Okay. It keeps us, we're so focused on the wound and we can't move forward into our majesty. Okay. Into our majesty. Wow. Okay. How can we, first cut, how can we follow the steps? 62, 63. How can we be heart-centered? How can we get this heart healing? Look at the division here. Do you see it? Look at the division. How can we unfold from the inside out and secure and work from one center instead of fragmented into three? This is what I'm feeling so powerfully, okay? So powerfully for you. Now, this blue apatite, I'm forgetting what it pairs with, but it is part of the Cambaran. So this is really telling me about this warrior spirit, okay? This Piscean energy is what I'm feeling. But it's time, look at number 60. Okay, was this on your plate? No. But this feels so connected to one of the other piles. Okay, so I'm just going to let it be there. I'm just going to let it be there. I know which pile it is, but I want you to find the synchronicity. And it's like, even though we're dealing with this warrior energy, by continuing to fight, which propels and makes the energy come even more. It's like in a lot of ways, this energy turns up its notch so that you listen. It forces you to listen in a lot of ways because you are so much more than the warrior. Pisces is your North Node? Dude, that's mine too. I'm a Pisces North Node as well. Hey. Have you been going through it, right? Oh my goodness. Transformation. That is so cool. Okay. Now we've got the number 37. We're talking about this ending of the cycle. How can we be balanced and be in our authentic nature? Tanzanite literally goes with cloves. This is so interesting because I'm getting these and look what's right here, the 63. Okay, so it's just like again that heart healing. And then this aligns us to something different. Now, what I love about Tanzanite is it's exclusive to Tanzania, which is out of Africa. And it works with cloves. Very powerful medicine, my friends. Okay. Very powerful, very tribal. Okay. And I'm definitely feeling these energies in here. Gemini risings. Let's see. Sagittarius. Okay. Libra. Aquarius moon. Same. Hello. And Gemini rising. Dang, I think I'm a Gemini. We are so close to the same, but I am a Libra sun rather than a Sag sun. Whoa. So you are Michael, I am Michelle. You're probably resonating with a lot of these energies. December 13th, 1969. Wow, well, happy birthday. I will tell you, you're just this much older than me. Aw, thank you. That's so nice. I'm glad you're here. All right, and the fourth cut is the petrified wood. Okay, and this actually pairs with chrysanthemum. So here I am giving you 4 cuts, all parts of the cambaran. This is really letting me know that it's your masculine energy. Your masculine energy. Yes, we are. We are so young still. And the more we go through our spiritual awakening, the younger we look as well, which I love that. Okay, so the crystals want to come forward. We're talking about 4x4, really getting some movement, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at this movement through and develop this coil, okay? So it's like we talked about how can we heal one half of the heart, okay? And I'm feeling the two halves come together. But it's like we're going to go up the center. Do you see all this coiling energy? This is what the crystals are coming forward. Okay, so I just want to see where we're at. We're here. We just talked about the sacred heart healing. We're going to come in and we're going to coil up. Okay, and I got coil is very important. And it was oil. Okay, remember we got oil, ink spots. Spirit definitely wants you to integrate these energies, wants you to realize your star power, really wants to fan the flame within you, okay? To get you out of those emotions, and I'm feeling more anxiety energies, okay? This is what we're getting here. So let's go ahead and look a little bit more as we coil up, okay? The first one, look at this. The first one, the number 1 is Aoite. Now, Aoite actually pairs with, it's not lavender. Is it lavender? I believe. Aoite. I think it is lavender. Aoite and lavender. So this really isn't about expansion, a crystallization of the waters, of the emotions. Look at this energies here, okay? And it's like, and look at these turquoise energies. These turquoise energies coming in, this expansion of your imagination, really drawing you into your snowflake. This is like your individual, what makes you number 1, okay? And this is all about your imagination. And, I'm getting that this is something that's really, and that makes sense because I'm getting 8, with you. We're highlighting the well of dreams. How can we crystallize these waters and allow them to nourish our energetic system and expand and crystallize us into something more? This is the first part of this coil, okay? Let's go ahead and connect with the second part. Fairy quartz. Let's see. I'm in love with Coletta. She's a riot. Oh, yeah, she is. Nicoletta, I know you're talking about her. She is a riot. I have that aqua swatch on my coffee table. I need to be beamed straight to sick bay. Oh. Dude, if you're resonating with it, I'm just gotta tell you, sacred heart healing will change your life. Okay? Will change your life. And in fact, Nicoletta, it's funny that you mentioned her. She was the very first person that I gave the sacred heart healing to. So look at that. All right. So the number 22 here talks about a sacred structure. Okay. And this is what I'm really feeling here so much is not only this star power, but I'm getting a lot about the tree. Okay. It's been really kind of coming in. I feel this energy with you. And what I mean, pile number 3, is it's like this star power, but in how it's connected to the earth plane. Okay. I've been in this, we're getting, you guys were getting, oh, dogs, Cirrus energies. Okay, this makes sense because we're getting kind of that angelic energy, but earth angel energy. And so this is what I'm feeling with fairy quartz here. Now, fairy quartz is actually an attunement. I forgot what it pairs with. But as we look in reflection, it's like, how can we be in collaboration with the sacred structure to really fan through? And look at what's right below. This is the magic. How can we fan? Look at this. Our star power. Okay, it's coming through now. How can we fan our star power to be more of a conduit, to pull the energies towards us? Right underneath there is this pink opal. And this is what I'm talking about. Do you see this energy? I always see this as like wounding and it's been stitched. Now, if you've ever had stitches, especially, okay, stitches and itches. Okay, this is so interesting. So we had that wound, and when it comes out, the wound that's so deep, there's these stitches, right? And it feels really tight and doesn't allow. It's like keeps fighting. Okay, this is what I'm feeling here. This is your heart chakra. There's this like expansion, but it's the wounds that actually keep it from expanding. Okay, now this actually pairs with stargazer lily. You're definitely a star seed. You're definitely feeling some of this from, the Orion Wars. I mean, there's so many intergalactic wars. And it's like, look at here, right below that, the smoke and mirrors. I'm really feeling this energy so much. This is really trying to pinpoint how we can step up through. Okay. The next energy, this is really all about shaking things up to bring you on your mission. Okay. To bring you on your mission. It's all about this collaboration. Sometimes we feel we're meant to do everything for ourselves, but truly to really expand on mission, to work with your star family and your soul family is to allow this collaboration. I mentioned how Nicoletta was the first I gave this to, and in turn, she gave a healing to me. You see, without I couldn't expand. Same. It's like this is what helps us learn our individuality and how it intertwines and becomes something a bigger part of the whole. Stitches part of the quilts. Stitches part of the pattern. Okay, and look at this. Like the pattern, the quilt. You see the quilt square, but what we're doing is we're trying to stitch like a quilt for you. Are you seeing it? So we're taking blocks and we're stitching them together. And this is really kind of what I'm feeling is this like quilt, okay, that's coming together. So one more crystal energy, recondite. How can you be one with the structure? How can you allow for this expansion? Look at this, which pairs with rhododendron. And look at this. Are you seeing what I was trying to talk about? Wow. Are you seeing it? It's like right here in front of us. This is the energy that spirit wants you to feel. This is the energy that's restricting you. This is the energy that spirit wants you to feel. This opening, okay? This opening. So, this is part of the coils on stepping up. Now, the archangels, like I said, you're the only one that had 4 oracle coming in. Are we doing the astro? Oh, we got the astro. Okay, so look at this. What was highlighted last year when I was talking about oracle, I said that Venus was the star of the show last year. Okay, what I've been told so far this year is that Mars is the star of the show of 2024. Michael says, same color as the coral shell gifted to me from my creator. There you go. I love it. Seeing the synchronicities. So look at this is all about laying the sword down and allowing the motion. Okay. Oh, look at this. Mars and Sagittarius. Okay. And look at that with your sun sign. This is like a beautiful one-on-one. So it's like fueling and really proponing. But it's like, Mars is going through a huge transformation, but it's because of the transformation of Venus. So this is all interconnected to all of us, right? Okay, so we have the astro energies coming in. And how are they coming in? I actually have goosebumps bringing this forward for you. Pile number 3. This is the transformation. Okay, this is related, especially for those of you that chose pile 2 and 3. What is really changing for you is your relationships. Look at your 7th house. Look at where Mars is. This is like the energy that's sticking out. Okay. And look at the difference. Look at the difference. What's the difference? 45 minus 22 is 23, right? Yeah. So literally, I was talking about 23, 45 star seeds. I'm getting like the whole like Space Jam movie picture. I have a whole oracle about that. This is really relevant to your story. It's divinely timed. You're getting changes in all relationships. This has to do a lot with the relationship between Venus and Mars, first of all, which I have to tell you has been tarnished in many ways as we go. So go within. You can even go within and see what that relationship is. Okay. Because it's like here's Earth, Venus, and Mars are on either side. And it's like, in a lot of ways, it's like Venus against Mars, right? When really there is some synergy between the two, and it's meant to be that. Okay. So look at your 7th house. Okay. First house, this is the alchemy. Okay, this is what's happening. We're bringing this energy in, we're recoding. Okay, those crystals came in as cosmic shaman. Okay, as a system of cosmic shaman to journey to recode the patterns. This is what I see with the peony, with the cherry blossom. Okay, and this is a stag. So this is a victory for you. Okay, this pulls you into this earth guardianship. It really allows you to sink into that earth magic energy, really focusing on that breath. Okay, foresting is like a real thing. Um, and this is that I can feel that tranquil, this energy, this blue green energy really has a lot to do with your throat chakra and your heart chakra. Really, the alchemy between the two and how this is affected by this healing, okay? By this healing, if you will, this V. Okay, this is really interesting. I'm getting a connection with geese, okay, because the geese go in this V formation, and what happens is that the front runner, the one at the front, okay, the one at the front. Now this is interesting because some Appaloosa, this horse, are actually groomed for racing. So this is coming in for some of you. So the goose at the front, at the top of the V, if you will, This is the energy I'm feeling. It gets exhausted and tired, and so it has to step back and allow its teammates to come to the forefront to guide the energy and to really reestablish for all. Okay, so feels like a star, like I'm feeling star power. I've been feeling this so much. Okay, star power and manifesting that here. This is the stag. This is a feminine energy. The stag don't lose their horns. They are fierce. They are huge energies. And this is what I feel like is coming for you, my friends. I really do. It's all about integrating those energies. Okay. We've got a sextile, a trine, a coming together, a reshuffling, okay? Losing some, gaining others, a shift of collaboration to really, and do you see this star energy here? This is Juno, okay? Um, this is Juno, okay? I don't know why that is sticking out, but Juno is sticking out, and that really has a lot to do with really stepping into your queendom. And I am almost 100% sure that Juno is it affiliated with Saturn or Mars? Okay, I want to say Mars, but I'm not fully. We'll see if it pops up here. And like I mentioned, this alchemy happens so that you can help another in need. You can help another who's entangled. I was talking about the pearl, the right to take others on journey. Okay? This is what I'm seeing here. Touching a community. Look at the golden alchemy. Look at how somebody else is entrapped and how you can help them come into balance, help them to see in their shadows. And it's like, as I'm looking at this other hand, I cannot help but notice, I'm getting a connection. Okay, don't laugh at me, Michael. This could be you because you are a Pisces, but I'm getting this bobber, okay, staying above the emotions. But I'm getting like, but being able to collect and still get your fish, to get your abundance. So interesting, okay? And this is number 13. This is related to the pearl. 4 plus 9 is a 13. 3 plus 1 is a 4. It all comes to your structure, okay? And look at the difference between the two cards is a 4. A change in the structure, okay? This is really coming up. 4 different crystals walking up the coils of those lower chakras and really seeing things where they are. And this is happening on Earth, but also in the cosmos, happening on a macro and a micro. Wait, micro and a macro. To lead you to your pinnacle. This is so beautiful. Okay, and I'm feeling a connection to pile number 2. We talked about your castle. We talked about the bridge, the moat over the emotions. We talked about the clouds shape shifting, okay, double confirmation. But this is the healing at hand. The balance is integrating, surrendering my warriors, okay? It's not about the fight. That just perpetuates it and, in fact, makes it even worse. So what we're talking about is the sacred heart healing, allowing you to get to your midhaven. What I mean by that is allowing you to get to that one half, okay? And now the astro, we're coming in, and the energy we're talking about here now. Hold on. I'm trying to read what I'm doing here. Oh, yes. Is the other half. Okay, so that's so perfect. But I feel like I have something backwards, my friends. So I'm going to hold on to this a moment because I want to go into the archangels. Because the archangels want to teach us how to climb up that coil. And then the astro is kind of like a slingshot. I really love this because they actually talk about this in seen it in movies, and astronauts do this where they like burst, they like move forward, and then they slingshot based on the energies in space into a new, into a different spot. Okay. Brian Michael Deedles. Am I saying that right? I think I screwed my timelines. Okay, I rescued. Hold on. Michael's here, so the Millennium Falcon is mine, I think. I had my Kundalini December 21st, 2022. Okay. I've been loving people on full since. I rescued my mom from an old folks cage. January, moved her into my place. That's awesome. I think I screwed my timelines. Okay. Well, I don't think that you screwed up your timelines. I think that they're just kind of intertwined. Okay, potentially. Which is if you're resonating with this because she is an Aries moon. Okay. And it could be an energy between the two of you on previous timelines. Oh, okay. There it is. Okay. So you're stepping into service for somebody that has been a wound for you. Okay. So it's really perpetuating that. And you came right in at this. And so these energies have been exposed. And so what's happening is once these energies exposed, it's like the wound is really at the forefront. And so there's just energies pouring like magnets. It's just how energy works. It's just pouring in. And what as it's pouring in, it's disconnecting you. It's creating this overwhelm, okay, in this process. And so what we can do with the Sacred Heart healing and with the different ways that we use the crystals in my work, which you can check out for you, is we really get to the root of the issue. The root of the issue. So she almost died giving birth to me. Oh. But you know what? Sometimes, Michael, what we're experiencing, and I know I have this wounding with one of my children, is we bring something in from a past life that hasn't healed yet. And so but what's amazing is it can be a huge healing for both of you. It's kind of interesting. I'm feeling your energies. I'm feeling the heaviness on the back of the heart. And like I don't know if you get a headache here or if you have sinus issues, Mike, let me know. I think this is might be pinpointing a little bit more about what's going on for you. It causes this congestion. I do think it's interesting that I just grabbed these cards and right on bottom is the Kingfisher, okay, which is a kookaburra, which is meant to be laughing, really showing, but this is also connecting with that astro energy, believe it or not, of the bobber, okay? Being above the emotions and being able to see and grab that fish. So I love that this is the starting point. Be patient and focused. And how interesting is we're getting crystals will help you focus. Okay, I'm invoking the violet flame all the time. Knuckles, dude, same thing. Okay, and it really allows the shifting of the energies. I feel like you and I are going through a way many of the same experiences. Okay, so many of them. Um, and I understand it's tough. It's really tough. Okay, so the archangels want to teach us a little bit about these energies. Okay, they want to teach us how to be a force for the good, to really kind of see through the eyes of the shadow. Now, something that you might resonate as well is um, in some ways, this energy is this king, the sire within us. Now, the kangaroo is known to box itself. So it's like this judgment that we've had upon ourselves on different timelines, different energies. The sire, okay? Really kind of like the king of the jungle. This is that king of the jungle, but focus on that wound and really not showing up the best, okay? The best that we could be. And this has to do with that warrior kind of fighting against those energies of what's within us, right? So I just find that's interesting. But, I definitely see the crystals coming in here. I see the grid work. I see that those of you in pile number 3, like, oh my gosh, so many manifestations, but your manifestations are based on your environment. You have the ability to manifest like crazy. But what's happening is sometimes when we're not getting enough, when our energy is splintered, it causes our manifestations to not be true. It keeps, because the life force has to keep going. So this is really talking about this life force, this light body, how to keep it all in balance. Also seeing this on this well of dreams, okay? Really crystallizing this well of dreams, connecting it to the heart. It's like the kangaroo, they're so strong. Their feet, they can jump forward. And it's like, but it's like we've learned from that. The warrior spirit, those of you who are here in the warrior spirit, the Appaloosa, the ink blots, okay? It's because of how strong of a warrior you are. It's creating this mental lodge. It's not allowing you to step into this energy, the surrender, so that you can ascend past those energies, okay? The universe took my car away because I wouldn't stop working. Yeah, lots of different things, lots of different energies, and it's because of the nature of how powerful you truly are and how connected you are. The blue whale, cirrus energies, the coming together of star family. This really is speaking to me in so many ways. And as we're speaking about this, these energies are speaking to you in a lot of ways. And there's this activation that is possible. But it's like, look at, see that heart chakra? That heart chakra needs to go through a transformation there. There's that coral energy, the pink and the yellow that you were talking about, Michael. What I'm feeling with coral, coral always reminds me of the nervous system, okay? The mental body, the nervous system. Oh my God, where am I? It's like, where am I? I thought I was in a cage running on my wheel, and that felt insanity. And now I'm somewhere else, and I wish I was in my cage in the wheel. Okay, this is the energy I'm feeling here. Okay, do your part to illuminate the universe. Do your part to really bring that heart centered, okay, so that you can see the impact, because it's like the universe, your heart is a gateway to the universe overall. So the archangels really have so much to share here, okay, through these energies with you, pile number 3. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look, see what is this movement. I love it. The llama, it's all about this heart center for you, my friend. It really, really is. It's about the ability to recode, to eliminate the root of the energies that are separating, keeping you fragmented, feeling whole, rising into that unconditional love, keeping you feeling like the universe doesn't have your back, like that everything is against you no matter what you do, and that what that does is just really propel and adds to that vortex, okay? It really does. And it's like how can we propel you in a different way? It's just like so interesting, all these energies I see. Some of this is related to an ancestral wounding, okay? It's what I'm seeing. An ancestral wounding is playing part here. And it's like, you'll really notice the difference between the current energies and the sacred heart healing. It will like literally change your life. Okay, literally. Set clear boundaries and enforce them. Archangel Samuel. She rules the higher heart. Okay, she's a huge guide for me. Maybe she's coming in for you. And this energy right here is what's being highlighted. See this coming together? the separation within ourself. It's right here. It starts at the higher heart. It keeps us in our authentic need, keeps us from being authentic. It keeps us the higher chakras. It keeps us down in the lower chakras. Okay. And there is purpose there. Trust me. There's a lot to alchemize there, but it's a communication system. So we're meant to unlock the higher chakras just as much. Okay. And a lot of people think it has to do with the third eye, the third eye, the third eye, third eye. But if we don't eliminate the root injury, the root wounds, and we have the fragmenting, it doesn't matter the work you do because it's literally like a vortex, like literally like a hurricane blocking you from any clarity, any vision, any, blocking for some of you your connection because it's just enough to stay up on top of the emotions. So this is the energy that your angels and archangels want you to step through. Okay? The llama's not spitting, okay, and trying to ward off all the evil. It's centered. There's this conduit, there's this flow, two halves coming together. And so I love that because this is literally what we're talking about here. Okay? Literally. All right. So let's look at how we talked about the crystals. We talked about the heart chakra healing, okay, being half of it. We talked about the crystals creating this coil. Now, the archangels want to show you how to climb up on top of the coil. So imagine that the coil is like this wire, okay? And really your archangels want to show you how you can traverse through, okay? Instead of going all the way around, you can go through and then come back down to complete, okay? This is what we're really being shown. So whenever we see the archangels, they want to teach us. So we have the panda energy, okay? The panda, stay balanced and in your essence. Archangels Mary, Jophiel, and Sandalphon. Really focusing, again, look at that crystal at the center point, that key between heart chakras, really that wonder, really bringing in, and recapturing the wounds of us as a child, okay? Really bringing these energies together because for some of us, the fragmentation, look at 1, 2, 3, okay, is like because something happened in our childhood, a wound that kept our like part of us separated, part of us stuck in that trauma. Really kind of getting this or ear soreness. Okay, this is really interesting. Do some of you suffer from ear difficulties, vertigo? This is very interesting. This energy is coming in very specific. Okay, this is related. I'm getting to some of your traumas as a child. Okay, it's almost like a self-defense mechanism. It's like danger, Will Robinson, and like it's this is like inner ear. Okay, I can feel it, and it's from the emotions. Okay, water in the ear. You see, it's water. It's related to emotions. Interesting. So some of you have the mental and the emotional. And let me tell you, when those are both out of whack, it can be a lot. We want to bring those into balance. Okay? So the panda is going to allow us to really understand the panda is such a powerful archetype. It's like understanding the polarity, but also seeing through with the wisdom of of like not a monk, but like as a student. Okay, like Kung Fu Panda's coming through. And it's like, how can we see both sides? But at the same point, how can we traverse through the center? Okay, look at that. Traverse through the center. Look at this rabbit. Michael says, I'm doing my best to fix it. Oh, Freddy Krueger me. Yeah. I'm in Calgary, Alberta. Oh, I have good friends that live in Alberta. So that's so funny that I talk about the llama, because does she have llamas? No, she's got alpaca. Alpaca. I act like a panda in public. Okay. And it's like the rabbit is coming here again. It's like, look at all this fertility. Look at, here's that uniqueness, the unicorn. And I feel this Cirrus and how it's opposition. Look at this Orion Wars. This is literally like talking a lot about what we talked about. And the rabbit really resonates with feeling hunted. Okay? It's really based on fear. But how can we be more like the hare? How can we come out of the shadows and not have to bury into the ground, right? Recognize your significance. See beyond. This is really a beautiful card, because I was talking about the cosmic energies. I really feel Venus and Saturn, or Venus and Mars here, and how it affects you in the middle. And this is that Chiron. This is all related. All these energies. You have something very unique about you. Okay? And it's like when you touch on that, it literally will change Earth. Like I feel it so deeply. I really, really do. So this is how we step up. We see the purpose of duality, but we also see, you know, the togetherness of it, that they are not separate. That's what the panda shows us, is that they're on the same bandwidth. We get to choose. The light and the dark are on the same coloring shades. They're all shades. We get to choose, okay? And the vibration of crystals as well as the sun can help keep that light body in balance. It's more about staying in balance. I'm getting a lot of symmetry here with you, pile number 2, and that helps us to crawl up that root chakra. This is the root chakra that gives us a leg up, that panda in the sacral chakra. And as we go up, in the sacral chakra, and we go up to the solar plexus, we really step beyond that fear and step into our unicorn. Okay? And it's like bringing these two into balance. This is what the archangels want to teach you. Bringing these into balance, and we just kind of keep going up the ladder of the coil into this cat energy. Okay? Which is really that mark on humanity. I'm getting meow, 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 9 lives. And, this is really talking to me. Be relaxed, be independent. You can go your own way. So interesting, because I'm getting a message about Puss in Boots, okay, which is a movie I've seen. And boy, oh boy, The Wolf and Puss in Boots, the second movie, is really talking about Saturn. Okay, so this is really interesting. We have this relationship, and I'm definitely feeling it. I'm definitely feeling it. A relationship between Saturn, Mars, and Venus, and how this affects the vibration and the frequency on this timeline, and how we can take a step up into that heart. Look at, take a step up, literally take the steps up from the root on up, stepping into that heart chakra. This is literally what's next. Stepping into that heart chakra. All these energies are looking in the same direction. Okay? So they're looking with the eye of the left, waiting to receive from source. This is all about increasing your vibration and frequency so that you can expand your dragon and you can receive. But see, these energies we're talking about are getting in the way. All right? So we're in that heart chakra. Now we are going up to that higher heart, where we kind of said that vote, look at, and what's there? The kangaroo. So this has message for us. And this is in that higher heart. Be a force for good. We're back to talking about not boxing yourself. And in that higher heart, we're saying is where it can't seem to poke through. But as you're going to see, the archangels want to teach you about how to rise and step through the center of your chakras. And that's because there's energies, okay? When you get the Sacred Heart healing, what you're not realizing is these energies are also by your star family. And so it puts you in the perfect spot to slingshot into your authenticity, slingshot into your magic. Okay. This is what I keep getting in your reading. So let's see what the kangaroo has to say, because it definitely comes up with purpose. All right. So look at this. Kangaroo, act as a peaceful warrior. Wow. These unique animals, and I just want to say it is late. 111 on the clock, literally. Oh, I didn't realize it was that late. Okay. Which is late by me. It might be early by you guys, but I'm happy we're here. These unique animals incarnated from an ascended aspect of, are you ready? Mars. What? The same time as the Aborigines, to ground the energy and the wisdom of the golden civilization of Lemuria. They are tuning into the etheric libraries, Lemurian crystals, to access information to help us move into a new golden age. Hello, can I get an amen? This is exactly kind of like what I do. I love it. Kangaroos love this planet and all of nature, and they use their Kundalini vital energy force to bound around so that fragile soil structures of Australia is not damaged, which of course is the solar plexus of Mother Earth. As healers, they can draw light from the cosmic heart. Cosmic heart. Okay. They can draw energies from the cosmic heart, blah, 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 to heal the ley lines wherever they go. They are connected to the great archangels, Rokiel, Gerzia, and Sandalphon, who all work with the center of the earth. And I feel this so strongly myself. Kangaroos are peaceful warriors. Their qualities include courage, leadership, and power, and balance with this feminine virtues of love, tenderness, and wisdom. They birth incredibly tiny joeys, but must care for their vulnerable offspring. This develops their instinct to protect those who are weaker than themselves. Here's the guidance of this card. Why? This is the card of wise, balanced, compassionate leadership. Be a peaceful warrior, an upholder of justice and equality. What? I literally was talking about, okay, this is a connection again to pile number 2, the justice part. All right. Treat our beautiful planet with respect and love. Then nature will support you. And so I was feeling a connection deeper to Mother so that nature then can support you. It's a learning phase. At the same time, you're invited to tune into the information and knowledge held within the Lemurian crystals. You may not consciously be aware that you're receiving light when you think or hold one of these sacred crystals. Nevertheless, a download of the keys and the codes of the new golden age are being transmitted to you and will enable you to ease your journey through life. Be open to receiving it. This is exactly reiterating exactly what we've been chatting about, allowing yourself to receive. Okay, we climb into that higher heart, and now we've got the astro with the slingshot. Okay, so we already did the 3 shuffles. We're at this midheaven. We're at this point where we're ready. It's like we're back where we're meant to be. This is what's so interesting. Okay, this is where we're meant to be, but it's like all these emotions come in and they want to sink us back down. Okay, and this is because This is what's happening in look at the solar plexus and the sacral. And I was telling you, it's these energies in the higher chakra. They literally relate through the layers of the aura to the lower chakras. And this is causing a traffic jam. Everything's just getting jammed up. Okay. So, how can we balance and integrate these energies? How can we have a slingshot? That's what we're looking at here. Okay. So, to put us back to the slingshot, to really come in and accentuate our breath. Oh my God, look at this. Michael, are you still on here? It's the Sagittarian energy, that healing of that Sagittarian energy. Oh my gosh, I love this. Really, that alchemized Sagittarian energy, though. Look at the alchemy, okay? And it's all about the potential. So, a warrior indeed, but how can we alchemize the four legs, the bottom four layer chakras, and allow ourselves to propel? It's and realizing that the most potential comes from being pulled back. Okay. So we're being pulled back to say, hey, I could use a little help here. I need to catch my breath. Okay. There's a healing at hand. It really is showing this. And I cannot make this up. Look at this. What are we talking about? Stepping through these chakras, moving up one at a time. Where are we at? Right here, right here. Okay. At the base of that higher heart chakra, allowing the alchemy, allowing ourselves to be pulled back so that we can do this healing and that we can complete the other half. I just feel it so strongly, allowing us to expand. Look at that, expand in our breath. So beautiful. So beautiful. Okay, that's the first one. Now we're going to come back around. Okay, so we're coming back around. There's Neptune. Okay, so it's like we get this expansion in our breath. Okay, we climb up through the center, we get this expansion, we have this new potential. And something in Neptune is all about the vision. This is about the big three. Okay, so look at it's like this is exactly what we're talking about. We're getting this slingshot, and all of a sudden we have focus, we have vision, we have connection. Okay, so it's like a focused vision and the pituitary. It's like we just feel more imbalanced. Okay, because the trident really works with the moon energies. Now, if you look at Neptune, Neptune means no tune. So the crystals are coming in to tune you so that you can unfreeze the energies that were locked away. Okay. And this really speaks to me so huge, actually, about some of my personal mission about Neptune's relationship to Earth, that Neptune is frozen in a lot of ways, but that's because it had no tune. What if we add the tune, the frequencies? Would it become the new Earth? So, how can we collaborate and integrate the energies? How can we unfreeze and allow ourselves to have more clarity, more vision, more focus? And how can this propel us to complete the cycle to be heart centered visionaries, heart centered for humanity? It just feels so big to me. It really, really does. I hope this is translating. This is such a beautiful oracle. It really is. Okay, so we've got one more card coming. It's all about the transit, and the transit that's going to take us from where we were feeling the pain and where we go through these cycles and these patterns. I really feel it's what's in front of us is this challenge 55. It's the challenge in front of us. This is really where it's going to propel with you. Now, what's super interesting, okay, is challenge 55 literally comes through as 5 and 5, the fifth chakra, the heart chakra, and 5 more up, the third eye. So it's like, how can you expand your vision by being heart centered. What I'm seeing for you, pile number 3, more than anything, is aligning to some of the medicine of the crystals, okay? But also allowing yourself to really participate in this sacred heart healing so that you can unify your heart into this huge muscle that it's meant to be, okay? Because it's like cosmically, it is the center of our universe, is the center of who we are. It's where all communication comes in. So if you're splintered, you can see why you may resonate with feeling different kinds of blocks. And I'm getting this ear again. Okay. And when I hold this, I hear a tone. And that tone could be this lower frequency, and all it's doing is it's just drawing others to it. Okay. So, how can we go through the transits? How can we climb up through the coil? I mean, literally, it's like you see that the coil. You seeing it? How can we not give over and lose sight? How can we be creative and climb through? Climb through. This is what's really coming in your reading here. Okay. So the slingshot is that expansion in that heart chakra, and then it allows you to come through and have new vision. It unlocks something and allows you to traverse back into that root chakra to feel really connected and allow your energetic system to really feel like it's communicating. Wow, this just really feels beautiful. Now I have to tell you with this energies right here. Okay, first of all, midheaven and its mirrored images to the Sagittarian energies. Okay, so I'd love to know. I don't even know, like, is Sagittarius going to be affiliated with one of the moon cycles possibly be happening this next 30 days? Okay, but there's this mirrored energy here. And then right when we go through that, this is an ending, this pullback. You're being pulled back to end a cycle. So it's like you're being pulled back in a lot of ways with that Sagittarius energy. That expansion pulls you back to unlock something that was frozen. That's what I feel. To unlock something that was frozen. And so we just have to go through the process of the melt. Okay, that's the climate control. And that's what I'm feeling. And it's so interesting because if this is pile number 2, this is what allows the climate controls, what allows the shifting of the clouds. Okay, the shifting away of the energies that come through that keep us blocked. Because I'm really getting a lot has to do with the pineal gland for you. What was your activation here? Root chakra, higher heart chakra activation. Okay, this was really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me catch up on some of your messages here. I'm trying to be a good light worker. Aw. I know the grid's up. I'm sending all my love to the dragon ley lines. Yes, I am the emperor. Woo. Mm. There's a skeleton of a male mermaid in a museum. Okay, I actually am really getting a lot from that merman energy. I get it was me. I'm getting tons of mermaid and unicorn and hummingbird stuff. Yeah. Okay, look at that. Those energies are working together for you, Michael. Hummingbird is just really like giving it all you got and like barely kind of making it. But the unicorn is showing your uniqueness. What's really interesting with that mermaid energy, I see this with my husband actually. And it's like this is what happened. He really has kind of a wounding in his well of dreams. And what happens is it resonates in his sacral chakra. And what happens is it's like the depths, which I love that we started this whole thing with the submarine of the Nautilus. Okay, so I really feel like you could align with some of my work. I feel like it's actually meant to propel you. Okay, so that you can get out of these really exhausting energies. I fix things on other timelines. Yes, I do the same. I fix the homeless system in my head. I healed so much resentment. And you know what's crazy, Michael, is you're not only doing this for you, but you're doing it for your ancestors. So it gets really, I do feel that you are an ancestral worker. I feel a lot of kismet with you. I feel like we have a lot in common. And just keep coming here to this channel because we're helping each other. We're helping each other. And I feel like these energies, this wound energy of that emperor, if you will, is kind of like um, a misrepresentation of what our masculine energies are really meant to be like. And that's coming into that unconditional love, not using our will, not using, this is not a judgment. It's not black or white. This is just a conversation around how the energies kind of got off kilter. And it really has to start with the cosmos and how the cosmos, the micro comes into to the macro comes into the micro, and the toxicities that we carry in our cells, which are really just the cosmos in the smallest version, the atoms, if you will. Okay, which is correlating to the Eve, keeping the feminine in the dark. Okay, there is, yeah, go get some sleep. I got one more pile. One more pile. I know, I do need to get some sleep. But at the same point in time, we are here to finish this. So I've got one more pile. We're going to move into it. That was a long one. Okay, but I feel like it was so necessary, of course. 20634. All right, talk about collaborating with the higher heart and with the throat chakra. We've got the Clydesdale. Now, moving into the Clydesdale, we see two horses. So you're definitely the divine teachers, okay? Leading spiritual children, spiritual families. You're so welcome. Keep coming back, Michael. I'm so happy you were here. The Clydesdale is associated with a Scottish horse. I immediately heard water horse, and then I heard like Frozen. Two, what's calling out to you? There's something calling out to you, a new venture. I was getting Pac-Man and even bigger, Super Pac-Man. Patterns, okay, are coming to the forefront. I heard, oh, look at that. Throat chakra and heart chakra. You're feeling a shift in your well of dreams. I'm hearing the Queen's journey. Tap into the energy. Tap into your energy. Oh, when I tapped into your energy, I felt that there was an imbalance. I felt this really big head. Now, this is no judgment, but these energies of being in the mind and how that was kind of really kind of hurting the other half, which is the body. I heard Shire blood. Okay. So the Shire talks about something small, and that's that small bottom, but then that big head. And the Clydesdale is all about bringing in perspective. Okay. I definitely was getting the fae. I was related to the fairy and to the big energy. Okay. So it's this like, it's so interesting because maybe these are all evolutions of the same energies. I'm not sure. Known as the breed that built Australia, I was definitely feeling that you stepped into your power in a very big way. I feel the angelic frequencies here. I especially chariot energy, okay? And these Clydesdales kind of like with this chariot energy. I kept hearing that you're a showstopper. You are the masters, the teachers, and I wrote especially with the emotions. Okay. We've got a license plate coming in for you guys. And I mean, your license plate was so amazing because, oh, I can't show it to you, darn it, and because my phone died. But it's a Chevrolet Traverse, okay? And I swear to God, I saw this. This came in like when all this came in about 5 days ago, and it literally had a Budweiser now in the left corner. Now, if you know anything about Budweiser, the Clydesdale horse is literally their signature like totem, okay? That has to do with their company. And the plate said, so I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that this all lined up. I didn't even realize that until I went back to the pictures. I knew plates were coming up. So I saw the plate DT94401, and I heard divine timing, shift and balance into a new start. And I want to let you know that the color of the car was blue. This is all about talking. I love the symbolism here. It's all about talking, about stepping into your blue. But here, this it also had the medicine wheel come forward, and we're talking about the blue road. Okay, so here is a medicine wheel. Okay, and basically from north to south is the red road. This is the healing we do within ourselves. Okay, but it's the blue road which we turn into the grandfather and the grandmother spirit, the teachers, where we teach others. And this is what's being highlighted for you. This is your, this is what we're going to be building. This is where we're going to be taken into. Okay, so we've got the medicine cards coming in. We've got the medicine cards, the Archangel Fire, and the Emerge. I definitely, out of all the piles, whenever I feel the medicine cards, it's really fast moving energy, but there's this huge connection to the ancestors, to the Indians, to the indigenous. Okay, so the fact that we have medicine cards and then the Archangel Fire coming in to teach you about the medicine and then emerging into something new. So you are some sort of medicine person, but lightning bolt, you're doing this in new ways. So don't think of medicine in an old way. Think of it in a new way. For me, I used to be an oncology nurse, okay? And now I work with the crystals and journey with others so that they can heal using different medicine, okay? So here we go. Medicine cards is first about the red road. Okay, so this is more about you. So I've got all kinds of things here, so I want to make sure. Okay, so this is all about you really aligning to energies within you. We have the bear coming up. We've got a shift going on. There's definitely some recoding, that grizzly kind of energy. This really connects to pile number 2. Okay, 24. And that's like 5. Let the shift and then integrate. Okay, so this really is really speaking to me in so many ways. There's definitely a shift at hand. And what's so amazing is this biggest shift is really kind of coming out of those emotions. I'm a white guy who looks like an Indian. LOL, my inner card year was the dolphin. I love that. Oh my God, look at. And as I was reading, here's literally the horse. Okay, this is the medicine at hand. This is the abundance. Balance with the shift. Okay, really getting in balance. Look at this. This is the shift being shown here. We've got these warheads, not chasing all the nuts. Okay, really allowing this healing. This is a pheasant flower, a pheasant feather, really allowing this healing, okay? Really grounding it in. And then we've got this shell and we've got this grounding. So really grounding is so important. But here's that warrior wound. But see what I'm seeing here is you've gone through a healing. You've not only embraced the healing, pile number 4, but there's a lot of healing here, okay? But it's also this coral means that you've recoded it, okay? So you'll know that this will resonate with you when you've really embraced and let go of the fight, okay? And you're really recoding those energies, all right? So this is the nature of the horse, which is so beautiful that it's showing up here. I love it. Okay, third shuffle. There's that nut. Okay, so that's being highlighted for you. How can we collaborate and integrate? How can we stay focused on this healing? But how can we change the energies? Okay, so look. Do you see the energies are really similar? Okay, but the difference between the two is a 9. So there's a healing at hand, and it has to do with these nuts, something that you're chasing. Okay, there's an energy that you're chasing, but it's like you don't need to chase it. It's like this is the squirrel medicine. Is they chase these nuts. They think they need to save up to get through the winter. But what happens is they get, no pun intended, a little squirrely, and they start like overdoing it. They get so caught up in the task that they really start to forget where half of those nuts went. Okay? So this is all about learning how to manage your energies a little bit better, okay? So that you can really head to that abundance. So the horse is coming up to support you, but how can we collaborate? There's a healing here, okay? But also, how can we collaborate and integrate the energies of the healing, okay? So this is all that's coming up here from the medicine. Let's really look at it. This is coming in to your sacral chakra, your feminine energy, if you will. Okay, and look what's on bottom. I mean, I cannot make this up. It keeps coming up. Number 23, okay, and the possum. I have a whole oracle on possum. Now, an opossum and a possum are two different energies. Okay, so this is the American possum, and they go out at night, but when they get frightened, they petrify and they look dead. Okay, and so this energy is about finding this is the shift. How can you collaborate and find balance? How can you not be petrified by the things that scare you? How can you look with your eyes wide open and observe? Okay, because it's all about recoding. This is what I'm getting here, this coral, recoding the nervous stimuli related to that fright. Wow, very interesting. Okay, so we're going to start with the emotions. We've got the buffalo. This is an ending of a cycle. How can you be one with the healing? Definitely a connection to pile number 2. I mean, definitely. Is it pile number 2? Yes, because the buffalo came there too. So here it's in an upright position. So can we align with seeing beyond the higher perspective of the sacrifice? So this feels like the next step. So if you got 2 and 4, this is the second step in these next 30 days. The first step is to align with the higher vibration of the sacrifice in the first place. Okay? And it's like, how can we see the wisdom there? Okay? That's first of all how to get out of those emotions. Now, the second card coming in is that bear. Okay. That's definitely wants to be highlighted. This is the shift. Okay. These energies are mirroring each other. Definitely. So let's go ahead and pull out our medicine cards. And we have to share the bear because it wants to be shared. The bear is all about introspection. Bear, invite me into the cave where silence sounds the answers you gave. The strength of the bear medicine is a powerful introspection. It lies in the west on the great medicine wheel of life, and this is exactly where we are. Oh my gosh. Do you see this medicine wheel? We're literally on the west. Literally. Right here. Okay. So, and interesting enough, it's this energy that is changed. Okay, so this is so interesting to me. You're meant to hear this. Okay, so, all right. Bear seeks honey or the sweetness of truth within the hollow of the old tree. In the winter, when the ice queen reigns and the face of death is upon the earth, Bear enters the womb cave to hibernate, to digest the year's experience. It is said that our goals reside in the West. Also, to accomplish the goal and the dreams we carry, the art of introspection is necessary. To become like Bear and enter the safety of the womb cave, we must attune ourselves to the energies of the Eternal Mother and receive nourishment from the placenta of the Great Void. The Great Void is the place where all solutions and answers live in harmony with the questions that fill our reality. If we choose to believe that we are the questions of life, we must also believe the answers to these questions reside within us. Each and every being has the capacity to quiet the mind, to enter the silence, and to know. Many tribes have called the space of inner knowing the dream lodge, where the death of the illusion of physical reality overlays the expansiveness of eternity. It is in the dream lodge that our ancestors sit in council and advise us regarding alternative pathways that lead to our goals. This is the power of the bear. The female receptive energy for centuries has allowed visionaries, mystics, and shamans to prophesize and contained in this very special bear energy. In India, the cave symbolizes the cave of Brahma. Brahma's cave is considered to be the pineal gland that sits in the center of all four lobes of the brain. And what was your, I'm trying to look for your activation because everyone had an activation. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, yours is throat and higher heart. Okay. That sits in the center of the four lobes of the brain. If one were to imagine an overview of the head, the top of it would be a circle. The south would be the forehead. The north would be the back of the skull, the well of dreams. The west would be the right brain, and the east would be the left brain. Bear is in the west, the intuitive side, the right brain. To hibernate, Bear travels to the cave, which is the center of the four lobes where the pineal gland resides. In the cave, Bear seeks answers while he is dreaming or hibernating. Bear is then reborn in the spring, like the opening of spring flowers. For eons, all seekers of the dreamland and visionaries have walked the path of silence, calming the internal chatter, reaching places and rites of passage, the channel or the pineal gland. From the cave of the bear, you find the pathway to the dream lodge and other levels of imagination or consciousness. In choosing the bear, the power of knowing has invited you to enter the silence to become acquainted with Dream Lodge, so that your goals may become concrete realities. This is the strength of the bear. Wow. Okay. 22222 on the clock again. What? That's the second time tonight in this oracle, because, first oracle that I picked up on the 2222222. So 2 to the fifth power, leading me back to the QUETZAL. So if there's more expansion here in the previous animal wisdom of the QUETZAL, which is an energy this is overlapping with. Wow. Okay. So that is really beautiful. So let's go into our third card. I love that just showed its face. Sorry, I'm still feeling. All right. And then there it is. So what is the healing? Okay, because we've been talking about, we saw the 9. We saw the 9 in between the squirrel and whatever it was. I forgot. The buffalo, I think it was. Okay, well, we saw that and it was a 9. This is that transformation. This is what your angels and spirits want you to know, is that you have this huge transformation on the red road. Okay, you're turning into that butterfly. There's you're evolved. You've evolved your form. Okay, and this is what's taking us around this medicine wheel. Now we're gonna go. That was the first energy. We came from the south of emotions and we worked up through the west into the north. And now the archangels are going to come forward to show us how to go back around, okay, to get on the blue road, which is to lead others. All right. So this is where we're going now. So we've got the archangels, and they want to come in and they want to talk about integration, okay? Lady Luck is on your side, okay? We're actually talking about two shuffles, really rooting in this energy, really feeling connected. So it's like Lady Luck is on your side. You're being led in so many ways, okay? Like this is leading you. You're also going within to that crystal ball within you. This is that bear medicine. This is what this speaks about, okay? Going within and seeing, for many of you, I told you teachers, masters, many of you are oracles, okay? It comes across in so many different ways, all right? So let's go ahead and see what these energies have to talk about. We're going to do two shuffles. This path is blessed for you. Stay heart-centered. Collaborate with the healing, okay? Collaborate with the healing that's at hand for you. And that healing that we're talking about is the transformation. Okay, the transformation, which was meant for your evolution. Okay, and as I look at these energies on the red road, we have the 19 and the 9. How can be one with the healing? So this is double being emphasized, but this is also 10 between. So it's like in many ways we're being stripped down to, it's like the further down we go, the higher up we go. That's what these wings come from, okay? This is this air. This is a closing of a cycle for you. A pretty major one, okay? A pretty major one, to be honest. So this pathway is super blessed for you, okay? And in fact, I'm getting these 9s. I'm seeing this energy, the 19 to the 9 to the 29, okay? So it's like all these cycles you're doing. I'm feeling there's many endings, okay, that you've experienced. And this is the structure that Spirit's brought in with you. They're like watching you. They're watching the magic. They're watching the endings. They're watching the eureka moments. They're watching, I love that, eureka, okay, the discoveries. The discoveries. I feel the ethers are working. I feel like you are working with the ethers in a lot of way, or you will be. And don't you love that? It's like there's this culmination of what you've done within yourself. Now on the red road, it's propelling you to the blue road, and of course, there's a meeting in the middle. And that meeting in the middle is this purple energy. And this is what's being showcased here. Okay? Melchizedek is the grandfather of all the archangels. Okay? I do feel, and you may resonate. I mean, there are archangels walking on the earth now. They are learning about their power. Are you one of them? Wow. Wow. Now, I've learned a lot about these archangel energies. And it's like, as I say that, I've also been given and shared that it's so much power to be in one person that it's split into 3. Okay. But it's like, there's definitely, you're being taught a lot more about your special gifting. I really feel it. This is a structure brought in by Spirit. So let's get into it. This is so cool. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and start at the top. What does Source want you to know? I really want you to know that this abundance, it really has to do with renewal. It has to do with peace. You feel very blinded, but you're lighting the way for others. And it's like, even though you're not really sure where you're going, you do understand that you're bridging. So that's what this 8 does. Okay. It's like this is what I'm getting. It's like this figure 8. Okay. And who you are in this figure 8. Now, this 8 means so many things. But in this reading, what I'm getting is if you look in the center of the 8, and again, this is really coming in this energy. If we look at these energies, infinite, in the center is your energy. You're a connector. So you're connecting. You have the ability to connect with others in an infinite potential. Okay. And This also has a lot to do from we're actually talking about the red road as well. This has a lot to do with what I call the pillar of light. And it's really connecting, okay, your heart chakra and connecting it down to Mother Earth through your heart chakra up to source. Okay, this figure eight, infinitely keeping you connected to Mother, Father, God, honing in on those energies. Okay, so we have Archangel Haniel really talking about here, following, we've had this transformation, and then it's like, in a lot of ways, it's going to be like you feel like you're going backwards because you are. So we're taking some steps backwards because it's like, as you've gone through this transformation of who you are, we're going to go back so that we can really identify and clarify the steps so that you can lead others through the same. It really just feels that powerful. So beautiful. Okay, so with this bear energy, look at Spirit's bringing in this balance, this shift. Okay, and it's like, this is the wisdom. This is what I was feeling. Remember we saw that one with here it is. This is the wisdom coming in. So this is kind of coming back in over that bear energy, really going within, really this fast moving energy, the reflection, the wisdom, letting go of any and all energies that really kind of sink you into those emotions, okay? And seeing the wisdom, seeing what's beyond, okay? And this is going to be I'm getting very quick, very, very, very quick, fast moving energy. Okay, so we have this piece. It's like this transformation. Oh my gosh, I'm transformed. There's this piece. We kind of feel pulled back, and then Spirit brings in these energies to really show the wisdom of the process that we've been through. Okay, and then here we go. Archangel Cassiel comes back down to this buffalo and wants to tell you, okay, yes, you've made some sacrifices. Yes, it's like this energy. It's time to nourish. It's time to show that as you felt sacrifice, you're actually nourishing the path for others. You've been blinded this whole time on this red road, like literally this red road. Look at this. This is your red road. You've been blinded the whole time, but what you're not seeing is that you're not only carrying a lantern to lead others, but you're nourishing the path. So this energy is coming forward. You have this connection, like the shaman, to the animals, okay, to the ancestors, to those that gone beyond, and of course to that butterfly, to that transformation process. This is so gorgeous, my friends. Wow. So beautiful. Okay. So that's what we're talking about, the archangels. Now the archangels, I'm not going to read a whole bunch, but I do love this oracle, as you know, those of you that have been here. And I do find that these little codes, these little breakout sentences, okay? So Archangel Haniel, we started in the air. Your angels and guides and source, they want you to know the spark of vitality within you is being restored. Giving you the courage to express yourself with real grace. Whatever you do it from a heart with great passion. Okay, and this is aligning to this transformation. So it's like, allow yourself to really be the sun for others, to be a force of renewal by sharing your experience. Okay, Maribel comes in with the information that we shared. This is all about reflection. She wants you to know that life is a mirror. What are your outer circumstances reflecting back to you? What can you learn from these experiences? This is the wisdom that's coming, the wisdom of the shifts. Okay? Spirit is bringing these shifts in for you to learn more about not only how you handle them, but how you can grab, grab the wisdom and how you can pay that forward so that others can observe this energy. This is on the bottom, this possum energy, how you can observe what frightens you and how that can elicit and identify with the emotions that frighten others. And then this fright comes in many different ways, okay? Many different ways. There's something really unique about you. Of course, I know I keep mentioning that, but you're meant to develop this uniqueness, and that's why the archangels are stepping forward to teach you. They're teaching you about why you've been going through these shifts, all within you, but to step in beyond. So in a lot of ways, we're kind of giving you, kind of being a way shower for you, because you're definitely meant to work in some sort of shamanistic way with others. Cassiel is all about serenity. Spend some much needed time alone in quiet solitude to rest and recharge. Honor your emotions and be gentle with yourself. Okay, so this is the progression. It's like first you're gonna like swing up and you go through this transformation, find this peace and it's like kind of like dial back down, right? That's what we're doing. We're dialing back down so that we can swing over to cross over. Okay, so it's like we're going here, and now we're going to go here and cross over. So let's go ahead and do that. What's coming in next is the emerge. So basically what happens with these first energies, this is all happening in the next 30 days, my friends. You really step into that power. You're really stepping into that queendom, okay? So this is that cave of your queendom. You get to decide what kind of, are you going to be off with their heads, or are you going to rule with grace and gratitude? Because you're meant to rule with grace and gratitude. You're meant to have a sunset of what's in the west. The sun sets in the west. It's time to let go of the grizzly, if you will. And look at, we have these beautiful rocks of Uluru also coming in, the red stones. We talked about the Clydesdale and the relationship to how they built Australia from down under, okay? And how you've built yourself from down under, from under all the way up, okay? And so it's time to let the sun set on those energies. And that's what we're getting here, confirmation that you've stepped into this queendom, okay? So we're really going to look into this grace and this gratitude, this unconditional love for you. We're really kind of like curving a boat, if you will, is what I feel. And it's like we're chiseling away into the parts that you can keep. Okay? This is what I feel so much. So we're gonna start at the bottom. So it's like we've had this sacrifice. We show how you we show how you go up and close this by that transformation, but how it swings you back down to really nourish and replenish the sacrifices that you've made. Okay? So we're starting with this brand new structure. Where it's like we understand we've been transformed, where we see that we're nourishing the path for ourselves and for others, but we're still feeling kind of blinded. Okay, so let's get some insights to allow you to really step into that next part. Okay, 6 shuffles. Yeah, there's that wisdom. Okay, now this is a masculine energy, but it's like the elephants are so powerful. They're so grounding, and you are going to help others to ground. So this is this is just all illuminating around the type of medicine that you have. Okay. After you get your sunset, it allows you to ground in these energies. This is a masculine force. So I feel this is the action that you will take. You're really kind of ground in these energies, really set into that root chakra, really feel connected and safe, even though you feel blinded. Okay? And again, these are fast moving energies. Mhm. And you're going to weave a new story because you've ended the cycle and you've transformed, and now it's time to take your creative insights and to weave a new story and to leave what was in the past, and look at the negative. Okay, this is what's really important about this particular spider and this particular oracle is it is a mandala. Okay, my friend Joanna, I love this. You can get this on Etsy. Okay, this is the Emerge deck. It is one of my favorite decks, as you know, and this is actually a mandala. Okay, so this influences our energetic system as a whole, but it's the creation of something new. The cobwebs have been cleared, and new vibrations and frequencies have been, created to start anew. This feels so important. This is going with that sunset energy. So really having a lot of grace for yourself, seeing the reflection of the negative. Okay, so like when I'm getting negatives, I'm getting photos. You get the negative, and that would allow you to recreate the pictures. Okay, but it was like kind of hard to see. And it's like because it's the reverse. So, how can you look at the energies in the negative space? I'm not talking like negative, positive, negative. I'm talking about the contrast. How can we see the reflections, the shadows in the negative space? And how can we take what we don't want? Okay, that is just a reflection. Some people are like, I don't know where I want to go. What I do want, what I'm hearing for you is, what do you not want? That is just a great place to start as the rest. Okay? This is your legacy. You're literally planting seeds for others. I'm immediately getting in pile number 3, where we're talking about the stag. I immediately am seeing this. Wow. Okay. I do feel like you're the new ancestry. You're the ones who are ready to start the new ancestry, cutting off what happened in the past, healing the wounds of the past, and allowing a new vibration and frequency moving forward. Okay. And that's what you don't realize. So beautiful. The solitude, I'm feeling the solitude won't be long. But it's like um but it's like there's a haze out there. It's like you're above the emotions, but you're not quite sure where you are. And this is that transformation, phoenix energy. Okay, it's caused this steam. So it's like we've gone through this, rebirth process, this transformation. And it's like there's this steam. This is what I'm feeling, steam. And that's the alchemy, okay? And that steam is actually causing some fogginess, okay? It's causing some fogginess, and in some points with purpose, it's kind of creating some emotions in a different way. But a lot of this has to do because you're tired. So really make sure you take time to nourish your path. Okay? Really, there's that phoenix energy. Okay? There's so much more happening than you're aware of. Fast moving energy, upside down, topsy turvy. Like, look at what we're building here. We go up, we go down, then we go around. Like, it's a roller coaster, okay? But it's all what it's meant to be. It all allows you to wake up from the teacher within, okay? The evolution. The healing, the transformation that you've been through. Look where you were. Look where you were. But you have found your way here, okay? And as we go to the right, righty tighty, you've been doing so much work. This is that lady luck on your side that I was feeling. You have been going through so many rebirths, like endings, beginnings. And it's like you're almost expecting the same thing, but what you're not realizing is propelling you into this new road, this new path, this new pathway. I literally was talking about the stag. I was feeling the connection, double confirmation about, especially if you chose 3 and 4. Holy moly, the magic within you, the balance. You have the ability to balance other people's structures. And it's because why? Because you do the same for yourself. Get still and renew. It's within you. It's all within you. Don't look on the outside. It's here. It's within. And it's just like there's just so many energies integrating. You've got to get still. You've got to allow your energy to come into balance. I really feel this because, as I was saying, I know that I've been going through this huge transformation. And in itself, the transformation is just so exhausting. You can hear it in my voice. Okay. And a lot of us are going through this. And oh my God, I made a prediction on pile number 2. I have full goosebumps. I literally told you I could see this card popping out. Pile number 2. Holy crapoly. The Pegasus is at the bottom of your emergence, the muse riding above the emotions, really moving into this powerful. We're talking about the horse energy, but this is a transformational Pegasus, cosmic, the stars, oh my gosh, just huge. I told you I saw this card. It's blowing my mind. It's literally blowing my mind. I literally said, I'm going to make it. I'm definitely going. I could feel it. I could feel it. What are you feeling? How can you allow the ripples, the ripple effect? As you walk on water, you create, you're a catalyst. So as you walk above those emotions, as you fly above those emotions, your feet are hitting the water and it creates this ripple effect. This is what you're not seeing. It feels so incredible. Okay, it really, really does. My mind is like literally blown. 6 shuffles and it's on bottom. Wow. So let's go ahead and see, how do we go from this transformation within ourselves and then move into the energy of being the teacher, right? Of being the teacher, and really stepping into something, into the new path, coming out of our own healing and really stepping forward to assist others with theirs. All right. So we are going to start with emerge. Okay, just a moment. I'm trying to. I want to make sure I follow. Okay, hold on a second, you guys. From 1 to 2. Oh, okay. So we're going to start in the east. What is this new beginning? What is this transformation? What is this clarity? What is the muse? What is the inspiration of this new beginning? Okay, well, you're definitely a collective worker. The ant's coming in here. There's some patience here. Okay, and the ant is a very, now if you feel called, there is a very outrageous, incredible oracle, the ant. Okay, that you can really check out. But as I'm feeling this, I'm feeling the fire ant. Okay, and the fire ant comes in. The fire ant kind of gets a bad rap, but it's a very positive energy, because what it does is it comes in and into this existing structure. It just comes into what's already, and it takes over, and it prevents ants that are not of the light from taking up residence. Okay, because believe it or not, ants are quite powerful, okay? One of the most powerful animals on the planet, to be honest. And it's just like these fire ants are coming in, and it's on the heels of this Pegasus energy. This is like the violet flame. I really feel it. This is, clarity. And then look at what's right under that. I just think that this is kind of hilarious because this is right on top of the grasshopper. And the grasshopper, like this is totally reminding me of the movie Ants. It's like this ant, if you've seen it, he's creative. He wants to embrace his uniqueness, right? He wants to embrace his creative power. And it's like it makes everybody else upset, but he ends up saving them from the grasshoppers. The grasshoppers that make the ants their slaves. This is actually really, really important in you because you are traversing. This was your cross to bear in a lot of ways. And this is why the fire ants are coming in. I really feel it's related to a lot that's happened on, we're talking about the Red Road on the Egyptian timeline. I really feel the pharaoh ants, so I wouldn't be surprised if you chose those in the ant oracle. You can look in my Spark of Wisdom. It is a very divine oracle that I feel it would give you more information if you would like it. But basically, be patient. There's a restructuring going on. Okay? There's a restructuring going on. This is what the ant medicine talks about. You're definitely a collective worker, definitely meant to work with the collective. You're definitely meant to be a teacher. Okay? So we're going to start there. And now we're going to look at the energies in between. So when you look at a medicine wheel, it's like a clock. So now we're going to look that's interesting. That's at 3 o'clock. Let's take a look at 4 o'clock. We have the Falcon, inspired action and speed. I told you fast moving energy. So be really careful to be making these brain wraps, okay? Um, what I'm trying to say is be open. Don't limit yourself by creating your brain, by wrapping your brain because you're not seeing the whole picture. We're only seeing a portion of the energy here. So it's like we want to keep a bird's eye view, really expand, okay? Really keep ourselves expanded. As we head back um, into the south, we've got the queen bee here. These energies are speaking to me in so many ways. That you are royal, that you are divine. We talked about this transformation into your queendom. We talked about the queen's journey. Remember? Yeah, look at this. We talked about the big head, the Shire blood, the small body, the big head. And as I'm literally talking about that, I'm literally getting Queen of Hearts energy, going from Queen of Hearts energy, like chop off their heads and really finding balance. This was a volatility that was created. Okay, this was created within you. But because it was created within you, you see the medicine. You see the medicine and how that will allow others because this is part of the ancestral wound and your medicine is very unique to this particular energy. Okay? I'm really finding this like so beautiful. So the queen bee is like only I can continue the hive. Only I. It's like no, we all have this ability. This is the energy we're moving into. As the teacher, you understand that as you move into the energies of the whole, right? As you move into the energies of the whole, of the all, you will see we are each the queen bee. And so as we don't separate, as we come into union with these consciousnesses, it will allow us to understand more about ourselves. Remember, we're talking about grace and gratitude. So, what wisdom can we gain from being in the hive? What wisdom can we gain from, because the queen, she feels like a slave. So, what wisdom can we gain from being like, I'm the only one that can do this? This has a lot to do with that sacrifice, okay? That Archangel Castiel is above, but we're kind of dialing it in. And I'm hearing this is it's 5 o'clock somewhere. How are you going to deal with these energies? Are you going to do conscious maintenance? Things like have cocktails, just forget about it? Not ideal. How can we face these energies? And not only face these, how can we alchemize and step through? How can we step through and evolve and alchemize and learn from the hive mindset? Because let me tell you, my friends, we are leaving this mindset behind. The hive mindset is going. It's all about this individuality, okay? And you'll see that. You'll see that because you're part of that crew. You're part of that crew. Because back to Medusa energies. Athena was the god, the queen. She was the god. She could decide. And it's like, from where did Pegasus come from? But from Medusa, from that being ended, from the cobwebs of the past being done. And and from that spawned from her blood spawned Pegasus. Okay? Which is the winged horse. I love Pegasus, to be honest. One of my favorite. Okay, so let's keep going around. Okay, now we're going to. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so back center. This is so beautiful, you guys. Look at this. This is back center. Now we're back into that southern part of you, okay? That part of you, the emotional mastery that you have. And we have the ibis here. I have to tell you, I want you to research it. Look at the ibis and see the symbolism on the Egyptian timeline specifically. I think you're going to be very, very surprised. But this is like nourishing our path, this resurrection, this stepping into this new age, okay? This whole newness. And it's like that spark in the dark. Okay, the star power is definitely being illuminated here. This is the sacred wisdom. And it's this capturing of this sacred wisdom that allows you to understand what you're going to be putting forward. Okay? So you're going to be unlocking something because that bee energy, if you will, that hive energy was kind of holding you down and not allowing you to really connect with this energy. Okay? I want to just I'm feeling the need to tell you a little bit more about the ibis because the ibis is something a lot of people are not familiar with. Okay, so let's just hold on a second here. I'm not going to read the whole thing. We're just going to do a little snippet. If I can. Okay. What we're talking about is sacred wisdom, soulful messages, storytelling, power of speech and mind, adaptability, and balance. In ancient Egypt, the hieroglyphic of the sacred ibis translates as dream. And I'm hearing dream walker, dream weaver. I love that because that's like a signature song for me. Okay, dream walker, dream weaver, definitely stepping through to help the rest of the tribe. This is like a power animal for you, and I feel there's even more, but you're meant to discover it for yourself. Okay, so that's why we're just going to do a little snippet to see what resonates, to see if you want to continue to look forward. So this is this transformation. This is as you integrate these energies of your path, as you integrate, the medicine of the ant and the falcon and the queen bee and the ibis, and now the whale, as you transmute as the whale, which came up in another reading, but actually this phoenix energy and this beluga. You're definitely an orator. Okay, I do feel oracle so much. I feel your voice. When I say orator, it means that you use your voice. You might be a singer, you might lead meditations. You yourself, I resonate with being a catalyst, an activator, but I'm hearing orator. The beluga is the communicator of all communications. And in the beluga speaks through like distances. So you could be a channeler, okay? You could be receiving messages from the cosmos, okay? There's many ways that this can resonate. But basically, it's like as you kind of come back, so look at it's like we go up, we come back, we twist back again. Okay, it's like this crazy ride. But at the same point in time, this is what's part of your soul song. Because of that rebirth process, now you're going to expand and grow from where you've been planted. And this will really allow you to discover your soul song. Okay, that's the purpose of this rebirth. How can we get still and listen and attune and magnetize that in? Beautiful. Beautiful. And that brings us to bum bum bum. This is so powerful. We start with the shift of the bear. Okay, recoding. The bear is the queen's energy, the queen's journey. Okay, this is the queen's journey. We saw that the universe comes after your transformation. The universe brings very quickly this balancing energy. Okay, and as we swing back into the blue road, see it's these 6 energies that integrate. These are what you're going to teach on. This is what creates your legacy. You're planting seeds. Now, you know the rules. It's come up twice. We're going to get familiar with it. But it's like this is what influences what you're teaching, what you're a master of. Collective energies, okay, of really the densities of what happened on the Egyptian timeline. I feel it so much. You bring messages to others, okay? I really feel this. Inspired action. You receive messages and you're able to show them to others. You understand all this queen bee stuff that we've talked about. The dream, okay? And you're able to communicate this in many different ways. It's almost like sonar for the bats, but it's through the water. The water is like a conduction and it carries this expression, okay? And this does what? It allows the planting of seeds of legacy. So, what a beautiful place. We've seen these energies. I love how the medicine wheel is coming in today. Excuse me. In such a powerful way. And to even just to show what is a medicine wheel, something that has been used by the indigenous for eons and eons and eons. So, what are we talking about here when we talk about legacy? Because this is the point of you being on the blue road. We see the 6 energies finalizing with your legacy. Okay? And it's like, this is what keeps you the teacher. I feel like some of you, when I said orators, I feel some of you will be writers. There will be things that stand the testament of all times. So some of you will do poetry, and it will be said and written much like Plato, Socrates. Okay, and these are the kind of energies that they'll look back at. So when I say divine teacher of the blue road, it's not just here at this moment. It's in the future. This is planting the seeds of generations to come. This is a long acting. Okay, this is not just like a little thing. There's length here. Okay, there's this longitude and latitude, her eyes on horizon, okay? When I say that, it's like the meeting of the water and the sun. There's this line in between, and it's like it connects the past and the future, but it keeps going. And I see this for you. Wow, some of you. Oh, man. As I'm talking about these energies, I'm starting to get a little sick to my stomach. So, but what I'm feeling here, it's not sick, it's the butterflies. So when you're feeling the butterflies in your tummy, you know that you're discovering it. Okay? So let's see. Let's read into this more. Planting seeds, 7 generations, interconnectivity, past, present, future are one. Earth steward. Legacy is defined as something handed down from an ancestor or predecessor, or from the past. Created as a representation of the 7 generations, concentric circles represent the ancestral web of the individual and collective past. Remember, we got that spider energy, and it's like it's starting with you, okay? So you're going to be, that's what I was getting. You're going to be like bonding our time with something in the future, and it's really going to resonate. Okay, representing the ancestral web of our individual and collective past, as well as serving as a portal to envisioning 7 generations into the future. The 7 generations principle, first taught by the ancient Iroquois people, is an invitation to consider how the seeds we sow today as thought and action are felt 7 generations in the future, just as how the thoughts and the actions of the 7 generations prior all shaped and influenced how we experience reality today, down to a subatomic level. We plant seeds in every moment, not only in our speech and our actions, but also in the stories and the thinking patterns. And remember, patterns. Pac-Man, Super Pac-Man. The pellets, the patterns, knowing where the power are, the little power energies, okay? So look at this. Some of you are going to be tapping into, like, it's just so many stories. Some of you are tapping into this beautiful new way of doing astrology, okay? This is new. This is something new, but it's built on something that's been around, okay? But it comes in a new way. This is this unleashing. This is this beluga, the wisdom of the whale. And not only do you have this energy to bring up, but you can communicate it. Okay. We plant seeds in every moment, not only in our speech and actions, but in the stories, okay, and the patterns that we allow to play out in our minds and accept as true, often unconsciously. Every act, great and small, taken in service of revealing and integrating limited or false thinking patterns, carries with it and in itself a promise of contribution. Message. We shift the psychic and we shift the psychic and genetic imprint of our future generations every time we affirm and embody the truth of who we truly are. Let's see if there's more. I don't think so. Oh. Okay, there is. As the counterpart of who we truly are. Okay. As the counterpart to the Crown Faith Bliss card, this image invites us to excavating and thinking patterns and wounds, as well as the gifts that have been handed down through our lineage, consciously or unconsciously, and to allow our roots to heal through the light of consciousness. It also asks, and I just have to show you something. Look at the symbol. What? It also asks us to consider how the dreams we dream, the thoughts we think, the feelings we abide by, the actions we take in our daily life, and how that might encourage our individual contribution to life's emergence in the past, present, and future time. Wow. This feels so complete. I hope that sheds some light into what you're meant to speak and teach and be a master of. I just want to share it one more time. Divinely timed. Shift and balance into a new beginning. Shift and balance with these energies over the next 30 days. Pile number 4. It's because the transformation with you is complete. It's time for you to really collect those nuggets of grace and gratitude and allowing you to do the Queen's journey, what is best for all, planting the seeds within all so that we can emerge into something new. It feels so powerful. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been, I knew it was going to be a long one, and I'm so happy to show it forward. I'm sorry, this is part 2. So if you were pile number 1, a little part of part 2, make sure I put the link in the description box. So I will timestamp these, and I will be talking to you soon. Thanks for joining me whenever you do, whether it's now or later. We'll talk to you soon. Catch you on the flip.